72 weeks in,
That's a lot of
boys and
weeks.
girls, children of all ages that are watching this. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for listening to the show, making it what it is. We appreciate you so much. I think Schroeder, you just checked. What is it, like 5,000 something?
5,000
followers.
Hold on, I got it right here.
Or something crazy.
5,791.
That's absolutely amazing.
That's a lot.
Thank you guys. It is. Thank you guys for all of that. That is. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. We
Did you guys think a
appreciate
year
you.
ago that would be a thing?
No, I honestly didn't think it would. I
And-
hoped and dreamed that it would get to where it is, but obviously not this quick. So that's amazing that we are to where we are. A little dream burns into a big old fire.
Crazy.
And, well, we got Nate taking a selfie over here for the world to see.
It's a celebration.
Welcome everybody once again. If you would like to unlock the potential of being part of the Unlocked Nation, I messed my words up, but I fixed it with a save. Proud of myself in that one. You can always follow us at patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. As always, the potential become part of the Lockpick Nation, the Unlocked Pickers, where you can then help support the stream in any way possible, as all the money goes towards the stream, helps us get our tiger masks, our cheetah masks.
Y'all motherfuckers gotta get unlocked.
Unlock podcast!
As well as all the other special features and doohickeys that we like to do. So what's up, everybody? How's another not as crazy but semi-crazy week in the books?
Still pretty crazy.
It still is. It kind of picked back up, but that's a conversation for another day. So how's everyone doing? Let's start with Mr. Panther himself, Mr. Schroeder. For those who aren't
Oh!
watching, what do you got going on, man?
Oh, not too much, man. I'm just being a cat. That's about it. No, I'm just kidding. I did a bunch of stuff this week. I've been playing Warhammer Total War 2. That game has been actually super fun. It's frustrating though because it's Total War. Like there's no break. You don't get any break. You're thinking, oh, okay, I'm about to win, and then suddenly 6 Chaos fucking armies come out of nowhere and stomp your best army into the mud, and they kill off your level 27 goddamn wizard,
You fucking wizard.
which takes forever to get them back to level 27. Other than that, oh, Major Death, what's up, bro? Thanks for the thing. Follow. Other than that, I got a motorbike, and I've been driving that. And it was I drove the motorbike around. It is a CTX, I think. CTX 7000, I believe is what it's called. I can't read that, man. It's too small. Sup, ladies, says. I can't tell what that says. But, so I've been riding that around a little bit. What else did I do this week? I finished watching, what's that? The Office, but in space. Yeah! That show was awesome. Space Force was actually a super good time.
Was it? That's good.
People
Yep.
didn't like it.
I don't know how you couldn't like it. I thought it was great. But you know, some of people don't have impeccable taste like I do. You know. But what else did I do? I think that's it. We've been talking about getting the island on Ark. That might be a thing. I think that's
Crystal
it.
Isles.
Yeah, the Crystal Islands, and then starting
Yeah.
a whole new character. That sounds like a good idea, actually.
I watched the video
Grease.
today on how to tame a crystal dragon, because you actually, instead of hatching the eggs in this one, you actually tame a dragon.
I want to tame a dragon.
Same.
It's
Yeah,
not
you
every
actually
day you
tame
could
it.
tame a dragon.
How to train your dragon is what we need to watch.
Gotta pick a day to do it.
Yeah.
I can make it happen.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly the thing. Is we just gotta pick a day to do it.
Tomorrow night, I'm free. Just saying.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea.
Either that or I don't work the next 2 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I'm game. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, that would be cool. I just said I'm a gat instead of a cat, because I can't see my keyboard. There we go.
You need to take it off.
My helmet of justice. By the way, this does not qualify as a motorcycle helmet. I found that out the hard way.
The helmets that look like that though.
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where do you get those at?
I will send you a link.
We'll do it.
Hey, why do you know? How do you know this like off the top of your head?
Bro, don't fucking ask me questions. I know a lot of useless information. Like, a lot.
Useless information is only useless until you need the information.
A purpose is found.
Till purpose is found. I like that. That's a good way of putting it. But I think that's a short week. I think that's about it. Helped my aunt move. Took a walk to the woods. Slept a whole bunch. Oh, I've been playing the hell out of The Simpsons Tapped Out. You guys remember that game for the mobile?
Yeah.
For your mobile devices. God, they have this thing going on right now. It's for those of you who played that game a long time ago and haven't played it in a while. Hey, what's up, Potato? She's one of our Patreons. How you doing?
Heyo.
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
Yeah, the whole crew says hello. But
Oh, sorry. Hello.
hello. But if you guys used to play, because I know a lot of people have tried it and maybe played for a little while, they have a new event that literally just started yesterday. So get in while the getting's good, ladies and gentlemen. Other than my Springfield is beautiful. Also, I'll post this somewhere what my thing is. So if you guys do play it, you guys friend me and look at the amazingness. I've spent hours placing bushes. So
Sounds like some people's Animal Crossing towns.
yeah, it's like that.
For those who are also wondering, Nate is rocking out to music. He is not crazy. Just for those who
I think he's listening
are
to
watching
Streetlight
and don't
Manifesto.
hear music, he's jamming out to the sound of the sweet
Music
undertones
shouldn't
of
be
Jeff's
able to
voice.
Be heard as far as I know.
Yeah, see,
No,
the
he's
thing is, on his headset,
We
I'm
had
auto-tuned.
music years ago.
Yeah. This is the land of Footloose. No dancing, no music. It's none.
Exactly. Loose, footloose.
Yeah.
Which
Take
is
off
a
your
Thanksgiving
Sundays.
movie.
But how the hell am I supposed to be an Angelica cat if I can't dance?
Exactly. No, he's grooving out to the sweet tones of your voice, Schroeder. That's
Oh.
what he's rocking out to.
I already have a hard enough time considering they removed all of our buttholes. Like, what am I supposed to do now? By the way, I can't
Little
see
cats.
the Twitch chat right at this very moment. So, hey, everybody hanging out. Nice to see all your beautiful faces. Even though I can't see anybody's faces, but you get it. Hope everybody else has been having a good week. But that's about all I've done this week. What I need to do is I need to start being more social, like outside of the house type stuff. I want to do a fire and go in the woods some more with people.
Either way, with that being said, I have information for you. That's all my week.
That was your whole week? Is that you have some information
No,
for
I
me?
have information for you because that
During his week.
sentence there was in my week.
I see. Let me see. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I really did.
Word. Well, that's a good segue
What's this?
over to
We need to hang
Nathaniel.
out.
Then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yo, well, Tato, we'll hang out. We need to hang out soon. I agree.
okay. So I'll get that part out of the way so the suspense dies down. Me and Doug were on the phone the other day talking about
Ooh.
it, and it's very soon, very, very soon. I don't think this weekend, but the weekend after. I have to double check with him, but it's happening very soon. We're getting a group together. We're gonna have a fire. Me and him actually talked the other night because it was the night I had a little bit of sadness in my week. I had to go get a box of things from a certain situation, and I was down and I was talking to a bunch of people and all this shit. He's like, yo, we're gonna get a fire going, we're gonna talk a lot about conspiracies, and we're gonna talk about a bunch of crazy shit, and we're just gonna have a fire, and it's a bunch of people are gonna be there, or just a small group of close friends are gonna be there. And I'm like,
I want to
cool,
sit by a
either
fire
way,
and talk conspiracy theories with you. I
that's
got
gonna
some
happen
interesting ones.
pretty fucking soon.
Oh God.
On the other hand, my week, I got kidnapped again.
You got
My,
kidnapped?
gla- my glasses flew out of a moving vehicle.
What? You should have called me. I would have formed into the cheetah that I am presently, and I would have ran in there like go do 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 go do 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 do, and then I would have
You
leaped.
could know.
Go, do, 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 do. You can't see my arms, but they're extended at the
Your
moment.
cat eyes probably would have been really good to see in the dark because it was hard to find them.
It's easy to see in the dark, but I can't see the screens very well right now.
Because it's bright out.
That's probably look how undilated my pupils are. That's how you can tell
Yeah,
it's bright.
exactly. Other than that, went to the White Turkey today. You guys can hear all about that kind of stuff in preamble and all that
White
good
turkey.
stuff. White Turkey's fun. Anyone has been there and they're from PA or even because they're technically in Conneaut.
Yeah, Northeast
like
Ohio.
Ohio. Yeah, PA, Ohio. If you're in the area and you want really good root beer floats and really good, but also honestly knowing it's subpar food, it's great fucking time. The root beer floats are what you go for.
I've honestly only been there one time.
I've been going there since I was a kid,
I
honestly,
fucking-
and I love
I
it.
live in Lake City. I live closer than anybody. Yeah, I've only
Right.
been there once.
It's actually why I went. I used to live in Lake City as
Why
well.
can't I see my
That's why I
chat?
went there so many times when I was young.
Oh, there it is.
Other than that, I chatted today with my madre, and we were talking about if I can get everything together and figure it out, I have a high probability of moving within this next year to one of the cities I
What?
actually want to be in.
Nice.
It's a possibility. I have no guarantees yet, but I'm gonna get some assistance looking for jobs, and I'll try to fucking transfer with Best Buy because that's like fine, but I'm honestly probably gonna try to aim like not Best Buy. Anyway,
I don't blame you, man.
Dude, I love Best Buy as a company.
It's time to
Not
move on, do
moving.
something different.
It's time to do something new. Exactly.
That's where I'm at.
I want to do something more with like I don't even know how to explain it. Just more overall.
Yeah. No, we got
Um,
you.
So yeah, I'm looking at places in Seattle, Jersey, the outer area of LA, and New York City. Jersey's not really expensive. I'm also looking into Austin possibly
You
because
don't want to
Austin
go to
seems to be
Jersey.
booming. I like Jersey. I've been in Jersey a couple times.
You don't want to go. You don't want to live in Jersey.
The only reason
Look
I
at
care about Jersey is because it's little New York, and it just you go across you go on the train and you're there in like 15 minutes, and it's cheaper.
Look what you talking about leaving is doing to me. I'm crying right now.
You're crying. You're crying.
Tears-
Papa.
I am. I can't fucking breathe.
I can tell.
Gold.
I haven't done a ton this week. I played a little bit of more 14. So here's the thing. I really want to get into this game, and I really want to play with you guys. I'm just having a hard time finding. I think maybe I need a new class or something, cause like I'm just not enjoying myself at the moment. And I like 14. It's fun. It's just this character I think is just dull to me.
What
the
what
cons-
level are you?
I am 13 or 14. I
Once
played a
you
little
hit
bit today.
Once you hit 15, you'll be able to switch classes.
Okay, I'll just have to grind through and see if that changes things. Cause like I need something that's quicker. Cause this sitting there like this for like 4 seconds and then going like that, and there's not
What
even
class?
like effects.
What class are you?
I'll
I'm
give you some
thaumaturge.
effects.
Okay.
I'm running thaumaturge, and
Can't
like
see.
I've seen some other mage classes and they look super dope, but those are like high rank mage classes that you can't get till you have a fucking level 60. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I'm probably gonna go rogue, like Zach said,
Yeah.
just because I like speed. I like things as quick as I can, and he told me rogue would be a good one to go with because my end game's probably. Honestly, I want to play dancer. Dancer looks lit as fuck. I've looked at some of the videos.
That's great.
Yeah,
What is this
Dancer
game?
looks
Is
super
this?
Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
sick. Hello?
Everyone's getting back into it.
I heard a weird noise and I'm very confused.
Well, maybe go check it out. Make sure you're not. Make sure there's not a cat burglar in your house.
It was like high pitch.
It's a
Oh,
cat
no, I-
burglar.
I was
That's
like
the that's the sec.
Well,
That's the
what was your
sound.
noise? What was your noise?
I think it was a car.
It
Or like
might
a bigger
be.
truck.
I would know because I'm an Angelica cat.
Anyhow, I definitely heard a noise that was not from this.
Did you Can you yell? Are you a cat burglar?
Are you a cat burglar? No. Alright, other than that, I don't
you a
think
cat
I did a whole... Oh, well, I mean, I played a lot... So far, I played a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes Over Heaven. Technically $11.99, so $12 in the PlayStation Store. Go fucking get it. I don't even care if you know about JoJo's. This is the perfect place to get into it, and then if you find the character interesting, go watch it from the beginning, because if you skip parts, I hate you.
And then you can join our Discord and talk to us about it.
Yeah. Honestly, James, if you're available tomorrow night, I would like to do a full synopsis of JoJo's, if you're interested.
Please, let's do it, please.
Okay.
I've been waiting.
Tomorrow night, that's the fucking plan. You don't work tomorrow, so I'll be out at 7. I'll
yeah.
get home at like 7:30.
Okay.
Alright.
Fucking full send. 8
Hell yeah.
hour discussion.
Yeah. Other than that, honestly, I haven't done a whole lot. I have just been hanging out. I've been getting outside more because Dave, we had a good run. It's not me, it's you. You, Dave. I'm sorry. I can't anymore. I'm still keeping up with health precautions, wearing masks and going into public. But the people that I'm hanging out with have also been in fucking quarantine for this goddamn long, and we've all figured we're chilling. Like, it's fine. Went to the bar on Monday. The bars are actually doing a stand-up fucking job of how they're managing all this. And I've applauded them for that. I like that a lot. And I had a lot of fun on Monday. I went to the bar last night. I'll get to there in a second. But, no, Monday, I got a little sauced.
What does that mean?
I got a lot of it sauced. I got drunk.
Oh.
Sauced means drunk.
Was it good drunk? Were you a
Young
good?
man's term.
Were you a good drunk, or were you a aggressive drunk, or were you
I am
a cat drunk?
I'm a talkative, honest drunk.
Yeah,
I'll tell you straight up how
Sounds
I feel about
offensive.
everything. You ask me something, I'm right there.
So you're an offensive drunk.
No,
That
not
can be a
defensive at
dick.
all. If you want,
He walks up to the table. He's like, you know what? I don't fucking like you, or you,
I'm being
or
honest.
you, and fuck you guys. I love my red hair.
No, it's actually,
Like that, piece of shit.
no, I'm not confrontational at all, except for the person was like, fuck me in the background, and I'm like, no thanks, because I don't think, but I'm not defensive, or I'm not like, aggressive about anything.
We should think
I'm like-
more.
Super chill, and I'm like, hey, let's have a conversation.
I like it.
But,
I'd have a conversation
yeah,
with
that
you.
was fun. I got lied to about. So we went to McDonald's because I had finished up drinking and I needed food, and they were like, "All right, what do you want?" I'm like, "I want these 2 burgers. I want those." So I get those and I get a medium fry. So we get back to where we were, hop out the car, and I eat a burger. I'm sitting there and I know for a fact I ate this burger because I fell against my buddy's car a little bit. Not like fell, but like I leaned up against it because I needed just to chill for a second. And we were talking, and then like 10-15 minutes later, I'm like, all right, where's my other burger? And all my friends are all in on this too. They're like, oh, you ate it. I'm like, no, I didn't. Don't lie to me. I didn't eat it. They're like, no, really, you ate it. And I'm like, no, where's the burger? And then apparently I was like, I'll look at the receipt. Don't worry about it. I'll look at the receipt. I don't know what the fuck that was.
How is the receipt gonna tell you if you ate the burger?
No.
Did you eat the burger? Are you fucking lying? Did you eat it?
Oh, here.
Okay, tell me.
I
The anticipation is killing me right now.
find out the next day. I go to my buddy's work over in Edinburgh, and my buddy talks to me on the way there. He's like, all right, so I'm gonna be honest. Tim ate your burger. And I'm like, I fucking knew it. I knew I didn't eat my goddamn burger. And I confront Tim. He's at work. He works at Edinburgh Outdoors. He works at a store. Super chill guy. One of my good friends. And
Pip says never sham a man out of a good burger.
that's what I'm saying. It's an outdoor store.
Well, it's McDonald's, so I mean, is it really that good?
When you're drunk, it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, it is. It's
Most
the best
food
thing
is
ever.
amazing when you're drunk.
It's accurate. But yeah, I looked at my buddy, looked him dead in the face, put my hand down on the table. I'm like, you ate my fucking burger. He's like,
Son
oh,
of a
shit,
bitch.
you found out now. And I'm like, God damn right I did. My boy Hunter told me. He's like, God damn it. Well, to be honest, everyone else, like, said I should do it, and I'm like, oh, so it's all your fuckers' fault. Oh yeah, that was grand. Last night we sent off one of our, I guess semi-long time, supervisors, our good buddy Jacko. We had a little get together for him. Good times. Had a drink or two there. He also has a Twitch. You should go check that out.
What's the Twitch?
His Twitch is TraceRec.
Trace.
And he streams GTA roleplay, and he's fucking awesome. So go give that man some love. He's moving back to his hometown. I think it's his hometown. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, it's like right
Okay.
by where he used to live.
This hat is really
Okay,
hot.
yeah. I figured.
He's going part-time, right?
No, he's full time.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say now that he's part-time, motherfucker doesn't have a excuse to dip out of our podcast to interview him for like the 15th time we've asked him. Yo, do
Oh,
it.
I mean,
Oh,
he's got
busy.
some free time now, so I mean, we might be able to get him before he goes back. He's
Dope.
got a buffer time before he moves, so
I wanted to
I'll talk
interview him
to
because he averages like 50 people each time he
he also
streams.
has a
So
good sub count, and like he's
that's
a
why I
great
want to
fucking
interview him.
dude. I
Yeah,
love
that's why I want to
Jacko.
That's why I want to interview him. He's got a very good following for just doing the PD role playing.
Right.
That
But I
shit
mean,
is so
honestly,
fun to
other than
do.
that- Right, dude. I really want to. I want to so fucking bad. But unless we get, hey fans, hey everyone who loves our Level of Marks podcast, if you have
Yeah.
a computer and that's able to run 5M and Grand Theft Auto, come join our 5M server. Well, realistically, come join Schroeder and Mark's 5M server that I'm also a part of because I play in there
Marks.
too. Because it would be phenomenal to be able to get all of you lovely faces in there. Come hang out.
That would be
enjoy.
awesome. Could you
and
imagine if
roleplay
we,
with us.
dude? What would you guys do if the next like episode
We just have all 5,000.
there was like 1 million people on it?
But no, like seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I hope at least some of you can come over and hang out, play with us, because as much as I enjoy dicking around with the boys on there, you can't do very much with 7 people. You can only do so much. And you guys coming over to hang out would be an honor, and it would be super fun, and I think y'all would have a great fucking time.
I think it would be
What
a
is
great
that,
idea.
What is that good old handle that it is? I don't know if the handle is the right word. What the fuck's it called?
Duel. Days of Our Lives. Based on
I
the.
believe,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I believe the link for that is on your Twitch page, correct?
I believe it is.
As always, you can just message any of us
Yeah.
to become a part of it as well.
Or you can search for it in the 5M server browser. Just start typing in days, and then you should see it.
That is true.
Alright.
Days of Our Lives. Remember when your ma used to sit there and kick you out of the damn room cause Stefano was doing some crazy shit or something? That's his,
Yeah, so I went to.
that's how you can
Twitch and
remember it.
Google's His Twitch page. He's got 4.2 thousand followers on Twitch.
Yeah. He's got like I
Um,
want to say 300 to 400 subs or some shit like that.
Currently has 360. So that's fucking awesome. So man,
yeah.
if you ever want to be interviewed, it doesn't have to be live on the podcast, but
Yeah, we'll do
What,
a fucking off-air interview.
Yeah.
upload it for our Patreons.
Yeah, Piff is saying next podcast we should do the Weasel News thing. Put that on the
Yo, that'd be so cool.
put the Weasel News around it, and then maybe put a little ticker at the bottom that has links to that kind of thing.
Dude, yes.
Ah, okay,
Absolutely.
gotcha.
I think that's a good idea.
GTA News.
Weasel new.
GTA.
Yep.
It's their news company.
Okay.
Yep.
The good old iFruit and Weasel News.
Yep.
This guy's this
other than
headpiece
that,
is real hot. I think I might have to take it off.
I was thinking, I was like,
Dude, just take it off.
This
you
menthol,
fucking sweat.
the menthol in this vape though is like keeping my face tingly. But it's but
All right, that's realistically it for me, boys. How about you, James? So Captain Dick doesn't forget you this time. You go next. Love you, bud.
Hey, you guys forgotten me plenty of times, so fuck you.
Name one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always the last to go.
Twice on the last podcast it happened.
Oh, the second time I did that straight
Oh, yeah,
on
you did that
purpose.
Okay. The first time was honest.
Yes, the first time was. Last time wasn't.
So I played Doom Eternal. I
I do
started
like
streaming
it.
that.
What's your opinion?
I like it. It's fun.
okay,
It's
this is
Doom,
coming
though, right?
off. I can't.
It's Doom 2016,
Yeah,
but more Doom.
better glory kills, I would say.
Oh yeah, fantastic glory kills. Glory kills are unbelievable.
Oh, wait, I have
the
to.
unveiling of Schroeder is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm transforming. I'm like Michael Jackson.
Animorph.
Animorphs.
Yeah. Would you consider Michael Jackson an anamorph, considering he turned into the?
No.
We need to not have this conversation.
No, I'm talking about the damn music video when he turns into the Panther.
About Thriller, you assholes.
Okay. Oh,
Not
Jesus.
Thriller. It wasn't Thriller. It wasn't Thriller either. It was bad.
He was a werewolf.
I think it was bad. I'm pretty sure it was bad. Anybody in the
No,
chat
it
know
was-
what
no,
music?
Thriller.
It was Thriller.
No, Thriller was
the
the one where he was a zombie.
Yeah,
No,
and he was a werewolf.
But that's not what I'm talking
It's not
about.
like this.
Oh,
I'm talking about when he
uh,
turns into a Black Panther and he climbs off the
That's
car.
when he's. Yeah, that's after the bad music video.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure it's bad, bro.
Okay, if it's that.
No,
then
it's
yes,
black
he's
or
an
white.
Animorph.
It's the
Oh,
song
yeah,
Black or
and
White.
white.
Because then
Oh.
he goes into the alley and starts dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Black or White. 'Cause that's the one with Macaulay Culkin in it.
Oh boy. Okay. Awkward.
Tell us more, James.
Then yeah.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna transform into a person. Hold on.
It's going fucking crazy. Yeah,
power
Doom
of Thor,
Eternal's great.
become
I
human
really
again.
like it. Fuck, what else did I do? I feel like I did stuff.
You played
But
14.
Oh yeah, I've just been playing 14. That's what's been going on. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. And then I also went to our friend's going away party yesterday. Nate was a bitch and decided to leave early.
I had to drive.
I had to drive too,
Man, that was
motherfucker.
hot.
I had to drive like within the next 15 minutes and drive across town.
Excuses.
I already had plans. I was told that of that thing that day. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, I had a lot more to drink. It was so weird going out places. Cause it's just seems like a foreign concept now. Going out places. We've been stuck at home for so damn long. And now we're sort of kind of able to
Yes.
explore
Within
the
reason,
world
yeah.
again.
Yes.
But it was good to get out of the house.
I felt like I've been feeling like Pocahontas when she's singing that song about going around the river bend, but she just doesn't because it's just like a little taboo in her thing, you know, so she doesn't really ever go around that river bend. And James is experiencing the whole other side of the river bend again. You happy about it?
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was nice going places.
Yeah.
That, other than 14, that's been my week.
Didn't you stream Resi this week?
What?
I thought you streamed Resident Evil this week. No, you beat Resident Evil. That was last
yeah,
week.
That was
yeah,
last week.
Yeah, last week I beat Resi.
You
I thought
did?
you
Last
streamed
week
something
we-
this week.
He did. He streamed
Yeah,
the
Doom Eternal.
Besides Doom.
Oh,
yeah.
and the PlayStation.
in the
thing.
PlayStation thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know this, which I have no idea why you wouldn't know this, James here runs the channel People I Hate Studios. And he's really good about making sure he's on top of shit like every week. It's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Him and Walker are
I
amazing at
try.
this. But James, if there's an event coming up, be sure to check out his channel because he's probably streaming it and talking about what it is at the same time. One of my favorite things is when he says, world exclusive. He does it so well.
World premiere.
That's it. They need to fire
was
whoever
disappointing.
usually does it and fucking hire you on as a professional world premiere guy. Because
Thank
that's what
you.
you're about.
Should be a professional world premiere voice actor.
I think so.
Mark, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. My week hasn't been anything too crazy or out of the ordinary. I've been playing a bunch of games as well as working. So, besides work, been playing a bunch of Satisfactory. That's
You
been taking
have?
up my last few days.
That game is
it
dope.
Came out on Steam a few days ago. Since I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I have that game. Maybe I should try it again. And since then, they added 2 more regions and actually made it to more of a. It's still in like pre-alpha stage or something like that, but it's a lot more of a final and complete game. Like the intro is a lot more. Like there's just a lot more content in it. There's a lot more direction compared to whenever I first played it. So I think I'm about 8 or so hours into my current current save. And I've only been doing that for maybe about 2 days or so. But if you like resource management and automation and all that sort of stuff, I'd definitely take a look into that game. Really neat, and it also has a multiplayer aspect to it. Also played the Master Chief Collection Halo 3 Flight.
Yeah, you did. How did it feel?
Um,
How did it feel to play
if-
Halo 3 again?
It was nostalgic. That was probably the best part about it, is that they pretty much brought the entire Halo 3 experience to PC.
Nice.
So like they brought Forge, Theater, the campaign, all that sort of stuff.
Did you mess with the
again,
campaign at all?
Yeah, I played that a few times.
Is it still just as good, would you say, or?
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Okay.
So it's like the same kind of game, just looks a little bit cleaner and probably a bit better optimized, but you're running on different hardware, so it's
Right.
different. But they did a pretty good job. The only complaints that I really have with it are the issues that I had with the Master Chief Collection in general. The game doesn't necessarily age well for its third release. So, you know, being that they did the Master Chief Collection however many years ago on the Xbox 360, now they're doing it again. Yes, they did the remaster very well. I just feel the game doesn't hold up crazy well as I remember.
Yeah.
Also, the matchmaking system is kind of shit. It's pretty shit, actually. One thing I would say for them to fix it would be to add in voting or map selection or something like that.
No way.
Wait,
So,
it doesn't have that?
No.
no, Master Chief Collection doesn't have
Wow.
that. Even the released version doesn't have that.
Ow.
So like that's why I didn't play Reach at all, is because every single time I'd want to play a Slayer game type, it would put me in SWAT, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I fucking hate this game, and then I'd just stop playing. So
I thought SWAT was your
Yeah,
jam.
like I just want to play regular fucking Slayer with assault rifles and shit. Like don't put me with BRs and DMRs, and I'm gonna get one shot by people
Sure.
that have no life, that live across the world, that are 40 times better than me. Like the matchmaking is garbage. So, you know, I'm waiting for Halo 3 to come out for the full thing, so I can play on Forge and we can play custom games together. That's what
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so I can make something and be like, hey, let's play this. And yeah, that's pretty much my week. I guess I played Mafia 2. That's pretty cool as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's great. Really good game. All right,
You're a
so
really
let's
good
get
game.
on to the news.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. What's going on?
Living the
Well-
dream. The news is, that is.
Yeah.
Did Walker go?
News is always living the dream, just like Nate's mom is. Anyways,
Alright,
Listen here, motherfucker.
Did I miss your week, Walker?
great gun.
no, they were being
We were
sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute, because you guys' attention span's not real strong.
uh, nothing too special, just same week with different numbers. Pretty much is what it comes down to lately. Apex Legends seems to be the only game that
Oh,
I've been
I played
playing.
Apex Legends.
Um,
too.
Started
Oh,
off
yeah.
really
I
good at
forgot
that
about
game,
that.
and now I'm complete trash. So
Yeah, then I start playing it and everyone's trash at it.
Well, remember what Piff
Oh.
says. You know, you learn some new skills, and then you're trash for a little. You're trash in the beginning because you just suck at the game, and then you learn some new shit, and then you're like, I'm the man, and then you start trying some new stuff out, and you're suddenly trash again because those new things you're
Yeah.
trying don't always work. Most of the time, they actually don't work.
Well,
You know,
here's
until
the
you get
thing.
good at it.
Like when I played Apex on PS4, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I at least was semi decent.
Were you?
Yeah. I would
Yeah, you
say
actually
I'm-
was.
Yeah,
he
I
really was.
I was decent at least.
You guys remember when I played?
And then
I wasn't decent at all. I was terrible. I was a
yeah, it
meat
seems
shield.
Like now switching over to PC, I'm just like I'm fucking trash.
yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just the different tier that I'm in now, but yeah, I've failed. I've been pretty bad at that game. I'll have one good game out of like 80. So I still have more kills and more wins than I've ever had in ever. So I have 14 wins in this season so far. So, but that was all towards the first half of the season. So maybe hopefully I'll pick it back up. I have downloaded Final Fantasy 14, so that's just a matter of time before I play that. And then I've been weirdly wanting to play Call of Duty, just the regular multiplayer, not Warzone. As I don't know, I've just been I've always liked that game, and then we just kind of stopped playing it, so then I deleted it. But I've been really wanting to play that for some reason. I don't know why. So I just haven't downloaded that one yet. I probably will. No Final Fantasy 7 this week, unfortunately. But one of these days I will stream. I had the followers, now I just need to stream. So I have 54 followers, now it's just a matter of me actually hitting that go live button so I can get the allotted amount of hours to become an affiliate. So
That's awesome.
that's all on me to do that second part. So, but pretty boring week for the most part. I was able to reschedule the Havasu Falls finally, so that is done. Same week of 2020, or maybe it'll be interesting how it plays out based on events that we have planned in the future.
For those that don't know, the
So- Havasu Falls.
Falls is a wonderful little retreat in the wilderness that is catered and taken care of by Indians, yes?
Yes, they're the Havasu Indians. That's in the middle of the Grand Canyon. It is basically an oasis with crystal blue water, natural water, freezing cold waterfalls to drink from, and you camp for 4 days. You
Sounds
hike,
magical.
you go jump. Yeah, you jump off jump off cliffs into water. Yeah, if you look at pictures of Havasu Falls, you see people walking in the water, and it's just crystal blue.
How do you even spell Havasu? I think there's a J in there, yeah?
Havasu.
There's no J in it, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
You heard it here first, folks.
Havasupai is the actual name. Havasupai. Havasupai reservations. Havasupi.
Havasupi. Havasa. I got another one, Havasu.
Havasu. Yeah,
Oh, Havasupi. There it is.
Yep, Havasupi. Havasupi Falls.
Look at that. That is the most... That's like... Man, that's something out of a movie.
It really is. It's
Jesus.
absolutely beautiful. The
How
only
many
shit
people
part
go
is
at a time?
Each day people come and go. So
Okay.
it's supposed to run from February to December. But because it's in the Grand Canyon has all 4 seasons. So you go November,
that.
December, January, February, March. You have a potential of it being like Erie. So it could be really nice, or you could be fucking freezing your ass off camping.
Just mad.
So
'Cause it's all cloudy, wet. Lottie
So
Oddie
we
says
picked-
she wants to go there.
no, it's stunning. It's beautiful. The only downfall is, so you can't drive to the falls. So you drive to a parking lot. You get out of your car, then you hike 8 miles to the falls. There's an Indian reservation with a cafe, everything that you're gonna need if you forget shit. And then from there, it's 2 more miles to where you go camping. And you camp at the base of a huge ass waterfall. So at nighttime you get the running water behind you, you get the wilderness and all that shit. So it's a lot of hiking. So if, like myself, I kind of got lucky, that I'm a big man, hiking 10 miles. Oh, I would have done it, but would I have died? Probably yes. But that's the only downfall of that. So, but yeah, that hopefully next year I'll be in better form. Still going to Hawaii this year, so October, baby. So we'll see what happens
shit.
next year.
Are you gonna be on the podcast like beachside?
Oh, in Hawaii? Oh, that'll be fucking
Yeah.
amazing. Have the fucking sunset behind me. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Dale says
I
you
may
ain't
not be here
walking
next
no 10
Sunday, though.
miles.
Just as a quick heads up, because that starts Friday starts my vacation. I probably will, but since we're not going to the falls anymore, I have no reason not to be. So, just a heads up if Nicole yells at me. She already said, "Hey, just so you know, you're not having any electronics." I was like, "Why?" It's like, because we're supposed to be in the middle of the Grand Canyon with no cell service, no computers, no nothing for 5 days. So you gotta pretend like you have no phone, no computer, or no game consoles for 5 days. I just looked at her and laughed.
That's madness.
And she was like, "You think I'm joking?" It's like, I was like, "Yeah, we would be doing that if we went, but now I don't gotta worry about that for another year."
Hey,
Now I
Audie
can-
wants to know what island you're going to.
Just regular Honolulu.
Okay.
We did want to split it up between Honolulu and the Big Island. The Big Island is where the huge ass volcano is that you can walk up. It's where their active volcano is on the Big Island. But we decided to stay on Honolulu. So, but that's pretty much it for myself. James, really quick before we get into some news, do you want to give everyone a quick shout out to our Patreonies?
I would love to.
I appreciate you.
Massive shout out to our patrons, Jeffrey and Morgan. Thank you for supporting the Level Unlock podcast.
That's not me.
Yes.
That's our buddy Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very, very, very much for that. To start off, how much news do you have other than the Sony stuff, James?
A few things. Let me
Okay.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Real quick, Piff says
I gotta
just
scroll for a while.
just imagine hiking down the canyon, a slight sound that grows louder and louder by the second, as a mauled man in jorts rips by on a disc sled, listening to Freebird yelling, "It's a dangerous day to be a bear," as he disappears over the next crest.
Fucking awesome. Oh my god, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'm gonna try to bring a scooter. You know,
You should bring
you'll
one
get
of
in
those
trouble if
one
you try
wheels.
That'd
I
be
have
fucking
5
amazing.
things. I have 5
Okay.
things, Walker.
I have a couple movie and movie news and TV news. Really quick. So, HBO Max, we talked about that. You're all familiar with it, and how HBO also has other apps. They have HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO, which is on TV, and HBO Max. So, a lot of people are like, okay, what the hell is the goddamn difference between all 4 of these apps that HBO has? So HBO Max, kind of recapping it, is everything. HBO Max puts all the 3 apps combined into one.
That's your definitive edition.
Exactly.
Your game of the year, if you will.
HBO Now is their streaming version of the HBO on television.
So
It's
you
got
have to
some
have HBO,
movies.
right?
Yes, you actually subscribe to HBO to use HBO Now. HBO Go is their app where they have movies, they have TV shows, you can watch Ballers, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, all of that. So they finally decided, because they originally were like, we're going to keep them all. And then they realized, well, what the fuck's the difference between Go and Max? They have the same movies, the same TV shows. So, as of July 31st, if you are a member in HBO Go, you will have your service discontinued, and you will automatically be registered into HBO Max. The difference is HBO Go is $10 a month. If you don't pay attention and it transfers to HBO Max, you'll be charged $5 extra a month and be charged $15. So if you do have
You just hear
HBO
the phone
Go,
calls now.
yeah.
What is this bullshit?
So if you're not paying attention, you will be charged an extra $5. Bunch of movies finally have release dates that were unknown as to when they were going to be released. Starting with Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's final release date is October 2nd of this year. Godzilla vs. Kong, the next movie in...
Forgot
what the hell is that?
thing.
What's that universe?
The
That the...
Kaiju universe?
I thought there was... No, okay, never mind. I was thinking of the Universal Monsters.
Universal Monsters?
Yeah. That will be released on April 1st, as well as
Sure, it will.
What?
April 1st, 2022.
Yeah, sure.
Piff wants us to know that the biggest show news is actually Dinosaurs is coming to Disney.
Yes.
You talking about TGIF Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs the movie is coming to Disney Plus.
What is Dinosaurs?
Yo, fucking Hamilton. Let's be real.
Are you talking about, like-
Hamilton's coming to Disney Plus? That's what's important.
TGI
Yes.
Friday? Thank God it's Friday. The lineup that used to be like,
Like the
Snick.
monsters that were like has the really they're rhinoceroses, like the tri.
not the mama, not the mama.
Yeah.
They're called
Yeah.
Triceratops.
Yeah, that.
Actually, there was the mom was a
Triceratops.
wait. The dad was a Triceratops. The mom was a what's that dinosaur in Ark that is an alert machine? Like if a bad guy comes near it,
Parasaurus or
yeah,
whatever.
Parasaur. The daughter was I think a Triceratops as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the
kids were
mom was different.
Triceratops. Yeah, that's coming
With
to
Goodman.
Disney Plus.
Well, if you didn't need a reason, there it is.
Yeah. And The Matrix 4 now has its final spot of April 1st, 2022 as well.
Yeah, sure it will.
So we got a bunch of movies
Get it?
that have been re-released that are coming out. Matrix 4, I feel that got pushed back a while. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's why it's just all a big ruse.
Tenet also got pushed back 2 weeks to July 31st, 2020 of this year. Reasoning being is that Christopher Nolan wanted to make sure that he had enough time to have all the movie theaters open so he can release his new movie. He said in an interview that he's excited to be the first major box office movie to hit the theaters to bring everyone back to the cinema. The producer of The Flash said, keep an eye out next week for an update on the Flash movie.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Starring the same guy from the Justice League.
Fucking Ezra Miller. I love Ezra Miller, but I don't think he plays Flash very well.
No Time to Die also has released its movie date. It'll be coming out Thanksgiving Day.
Oh wow.
I feel like those days actually are pretty popular for movies, though. I feel Christmas especially.
Yeah.
Once you open the
Thanksgiving
gifts.
Day-
What are you gonna do
Thanksgiving Day
next?
is
We're gonna
usually
go
a
see a
pretty big
movie.
one.
Yeah. And the last piece of big news is the Marvel Universe. So we all knew 2 years ago at this point, Disney bought Fox, and made them acquire the X-Men. There's been no news as when the X-Men will be released or anything along those lines
And then out of nowhere.
until now. A huge movie star, singer actually, is in talks to do 3 films as the new Storm character, and will potentially be making her debut in Black Panther 2. And that person is Beyonce Knowles.
I was gonna
No.
say it's probably Beyonce.
Yes.
No.
What's wrong with that?
Why?
Powerful black woman playing Storm. Don't you remember
I
the
don't-
Saturday morning
I don't
cartoon?
like her as just overall. I don't like Beyonce.
Yep.
I don't think she plays. No. Oh boy. If they're gonna do Beyonce, there's no way she's getting a fucking mohawk. So they're probably gonna do old school fucking.
White
Queen of
hair.
Lightning Storm.
Yeah, Queen of
Yeah.
fucking- what's his name? From Mortal Kombat. What's his
Like
name?
Raiden?
Raiden's
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
Long white hair.
Yeah, man, it's the Raiden's twin.
But yeah, it was been said in multiple interviews that she is in serious talks with Marvel and Disney, as well as the movie that she wants to debut in was Black Panther, and they felt that was a good time and a good place to start introducing the X-Men was during Black Panther 2, which is slated to be released in 2022.
There's like 3 other people I'm trying to think of that would be better suited for Storm, and I like the old Storm.
Grandma
The
Silver
person who
Fox
played
hair.
Storm before was phenomenal. Anyhow,
God, what the hell? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Who was Storm? She was also Catwoman.
fucking it's
Oh, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Yeah.
You can't be
Halle Berry
Catwoman
played
and
Storm back in
Storm.
the day.
Yeah.
Can
Well, no, Catwoman, you can do that because that's DC and Marvel, and
Yeah.
that Catwoman movie was awful.
Yeah, that's true.
The was
Yeah.
worse.
So we will see. We will see also too. Speaking of Catwoman, you remember how I said that they are redoing the Catwoman series
Mm-hmm.
because of what's her name quit.
Oh yeah,
Um,
she almost got
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got messed up, didn't she?
I think I talked about how my feelings were at that last week.
It's not loading.
It's gonna be
they
Keanu
have-
Reeves, isn't it? He's
Ruby
gonna play
Rose.
Catwoman.
Actually, Keanu Reeves is being looked at for someone, and he is heavily contemplating. He says John Wick is pretty much over.
Oh, I think I did hear about this.
John Wick is being looked at for somebody in the good old end. Ow, see you.
Could be the only good part of those movies.
You're a liar.
By the way, I watched John Wick for the first time the other day.
Oh, it's so
The
good.
first
I
one.
have 3 sitting over here. I still haven't seen the second one.
Three's the best one.
You know, I feel like at least in the way I'm gonna be looking at it, I think the first one's always gonna be the best. I think they're just milking a cow now, and it could have ended at 1, and I'd be happy.
They could have, but they just made it better each one. It's like the Raid.
Yeah.
Like, the Raid 1 was fantastic, and then the Raid 2 was even better.
Yeah, I
It's
fucking.
hard.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying, it's hard for me to ever say a sequel was truly better than
Oh, I
the
can
original.
easily say that.
I'm trying to
Number
look it up.
3 was the best one.
I can see two. I could say like 2 movies right now where the sequel was better than the original.
Minus the raid.
Yeah, minus the Raid
What are we talking
and
about?
John Wick. The Lord of the Rings, Two Towers,
Looking for
was
a
better than
movie.
the original Lord of the Rings, and Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars: A New Hope.
That one, yes, a lot. That's a
So-
big one. A lot of people feel that was the best Star Wars out of all of them.
Tell me-
I
It
don't
was.
feel that way,
Which one?
but
He says
Empire Strikes Back.
was
Yeah.
better than New Hope.
A lot of
Yeah.
people feel that's like the best one. I personally don't feel that way, but I know a lot of people do.
So like with John Wick, is it all the exact same consistent story, or is this a different thing that he's involved in? Completely separate thing that he's involved in.
What is that? What happened with 1 and 2? Did you see the second one?
No, that's what I'm asking. I watched the first one, so I'm
Me
asking
too.
if these next 2 are exactly the same
It's a
storyline
continuation of the story.
Yeah.
It's
like,
okay.
to a
Story
T.
ending.
I'm trying to find
Like,
a movie
In the
that I've
first one,
seen.
that story
Well,
was
yeah.
done.
Yeah, this is kind of a second chapter
All right, let me try this.
of it. He does some new stuff, and then the end of 2 leads immediately into 3. Like
See,
it's,
that I can respect. My
it's
biggest
like
problem.
10.
It's
three's
like the same
10
movies.
minutes later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like my biggest problem with sequels and me not being able to say they're better than the originals is that a lot of
There
the
it
time
is.
they're not the same fucking movie anymore. They're completely separate things,
There
but they're
it
still
is.
in the same universe and like with some of the same characters and all that stuff. Like, which is one of the reasons that I say like as much as I love Endgame and Infinity War, Avengers was the best one due to the fact that it started it and it's all one gigantic constant up until a crescendo. As to where, like, say with John Wick, mind you, I haven't seen the second one or third one, but the first one, my John Wick that I saw, that was done. That was over. The
Well-
story was there.
Piff says it all follows a continued storyline and there's 0 continuity issues. Everything works.
It does surprisingly well.
I don't, maybe that one works just fine, but there are a lot of movies out there that don't fucking do that.
I will throw
It's
one
almost
into the
like they
air.
wrote- Yeah, go for it.
Real quick, if you guys haven't seen it, it's on Netflix right now. It's called Polar, Polar.
I've
and it-
heard of that, and I've wanted to check it out.
Bro, if you like John Wick, you're gonna love Polar because it was, in my opinion, it's possibly more savage. I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot. Continue.
See, like, I don't know that actor, so that's why I've never
That's
given
what I
it a
was looking
shot.
for.
I don't know anyone
movie
in that
was
movie.
great. If anybody's seen it, let me know. It's a good movie.
I'll check
And
it out.
the last
Polar.
thing that I can't find it, but essentially they're bringing in a new Catwoman. It's going to be a completely different Catwoman. It's not going to be the same one.
Thank God.
They aren't going to put a new person onto the same character. They're going to be recasting the character as itself using a different Catwoman entirely. I found the article who they were looking at, but I don't remember who it was. And then speaking of the Lord and Savior himself, Keanu Reeves, Bill and Ted's Awesome Adventure 3 trailer released this week.
I've heard about that.
Pretty hilarious. If you haven't seen the other movies, you honestly won't get it. But a lot of people are looking forward to this movie. I think it's gonna be pretty funny. So that's all I have for movie and music news. Not music, but you know what I mean.
The sequel changed my mind.
All right, so let's get into. We'll do the PS5 stuff last.
Oh yeah, of
That's
course
gonna
we'll
take
do.
like 800 years. EA announced that Need for Speed Heat, the latest entry in their hyper-popular series, will be getting crossplay in the next update. It's going to be crossplay. It'll be the first EA game that will have crossplay with PC, PS4, and Xbox One. This one is from VG247, talking about Naughty Dog. As we know, coming up Friday is the highly anticipated Last of Us Part 2 coming out.
There is.
So, they asked Naughty Dog, what about the future? So, in an interview with GQ, Naughty Dog spoke about a few things, but they also teased about what's next. As we know, they are working on the HBO adaptation of The Last of Us. But game-wise, they are saying, quote, from Neil Druckmann, he is basically the head of Naughty Dog, and then also he is the guy who wrote The Last of Us, or one of the writers. Quote, so yeah, the next thing could be Part 3, referencing The Last of Us. The next thing could be some new IP. So, we might see Last of Us Part 3 be a brand new IP.
Question for you.
Give us a
Yeah.
new open world Crash Bandicoot game.
Do you? So you keep up
They
with.
don't have
I
that
imagine you
anymore.
keep up with Naughty Dog relatively well. At least you know probably a decent amount about it, more than I do. But
Yeah.
are they complete? Is Uncharted done? Completely and utterly gone? Do you know
Nathan
anything
Drake's
about that?
story is done.
Okay. I
They
figured
haven't-
that from the way it ended, but
Yeah.
with that
they-
mini game, I guess I would say with his daughter, I feel like I wonder.
Yeah, they said that Nathan Drake's story's done. Will they go back and explore other characters, like his daughter? It's a very high probability that they will.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
All I care about,
Is the
and
movie.
we'll talk about this with the PlayStation 5 stuff. Give me a new fucking Jack and Daxter already.
Please.
Just give me a new Jack and Daxter. With all the stuff that they revealed at the PlayStation 5 stuff, that made me just go, holy shit, they've remembered this franchise.
Yeah.
Just give me a new
Was there a lot of that?
fucking Jack and Daxter.
Since you seem to
we'll-
also
we'll
be
get into it.
excited, do you? So obviously, this is complete and utter speculation. It'll probably never happen. But do you think there's any possibility that they could do a multiplayer in a Jack and Daxter world, like not an MMO, but like a multiplayer?
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I feel like that would be cool. I feel like a two-player, like co-op story, like one Jax, and one Daxter.
Right,
one
like
Jack and
Donkey
one
Kong
Daxter.
Country
one Jack,
2,
one Daxter.
where you
Yeah.
got two-player, where your buddy could play as the other monkey.
Or like
Yeah.
Odyssey, based off like how Odyssey runs.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd
I
be
could
so
see
cool.
something like that, but I know Naughty Dog is not a company that really makes anything online.
Yeah.
And whenever
know.
they do, it's not great. So let me tell you, as cool as The Last of Us multiplayer was, the concept behind it, there's a reason they took it out of the remaster. There's a
Uncharted
reason they-
multiplayer wasn't good either.
No, there's a reason they took out Uncharted 2 and 3's multiplayer from the Nathan Drake collection.
See, what everyone truly wants is the Uncharted movie that's been developed for 17 years
It's not gonna happen.
and
It's gonna
will be released when Tom Holland can play the adult version,
Sully.
and they have to
What?
recast it in younger.
There you go. It'll just be a constant cycle.
Yeah, and then that person gets pushed out because it got pushed back even
I mean,
more.
if we
It's
want to
just
talk about movies that are never coming out, when's the Halo movie coming out?
When's the Call of Duty movie coming out?
Yo, fuck, what is it? Never mind. I can't remember the movie at the top of my head.
And now how's the
There was another
Earthworm
movie
Jim
called-
movie gonna come out?
that would be fucking awesome.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
No, I guess the biggest question is the one that we always cycle back to.
When's Gambit coming out?
When is
Never.
Super Mario Bros. The movie coming out?
It
Live
came out
action.
and it was terrible, and we need to not talk about that movie.
No, they never made a Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Well, they made what, Mario Bros?
They never made no.
Yes,
No,
they
they've-
did.
It's never been made. It's
Oh,
never
it was
been
like my
one
comment
of
to
the-
my friend the other day. They never made an Avatar: The Last Airbender. But yeah, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Yeah, it's just
Remember,
like
James
a
hates
live-
that movie.
It's like a live action.
I
Dragon
hate
Ball
the
Z
fact
movie.
that
Like,
you
they-
do not
they-
care
We
for
haven't had that
a Mario
They
movie
never
because
made
it is
that. I'm
it is a
surprised.
piece of art. It
I'm
is a
surprised
piece
Mario
of.
movie?
I'm
Are you
surprised
kidding
that
me?
No one with the popularity of Dragon Ball Z. I'm surprised no one's made a live action Dragon Ball Z movie.
Honestly, dude, I feel the
Or
same way about Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I'm also surprised no one's ever made a live action Death Note movie. That
You wanna know
in America.
So something
I'm
that really
I'm
gets me
shocked.
is how do we not have a live-action Doom movie?
We do.
I'm really
Yeah, that's
confused
weird.
about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
Doom
would
was
feel
one
like
of the biggest games in like
know-
the 90s.
They're trolling
Yeah.
because those movies are complete shit.
Doom
Yeah.
was
What do you mean? I've
awesome.
never,
I
they
mean,
don't
you could-
exist. What do you
could
mean?
Have, like,
I do
you could
like-
have
you guys
someone
right
like,
now.
The
You guys are
Rock.
bashing all my favorite movies.
The Rock would be cool.
Big
Yeah, you'd be really
fucking
cool and-
gun.
John
Hey, guys.
Leguizamo, was in that piece of art that is known as the Mario fucking movie.
Hey, so you guys remember, like,
Thank
5
you,
minutes
Nick.
ago when I said that Need for Speed Heat was getting crossplay?
Yeah.
Well, it's not anymore.
What?
Another game's getting crossplay. No
What
Man's
game?
Sky.
Yes,
Ooh.
it is.
Ooh,
with,
that's cool.
PC, Xbone, and PlayStation 4.
Did it? My
Yes.
cousin's
Yeah.
saying that the Mario movie foreshadowed 9/11. What are you saying? What does that mean? For real?
Speaking of crossplay, Microsoft said in a conference, I don't know if you have this or not, James, that they are going to be not the evolutionary, but they are going to be the industry leaders in cross-play games. That they are going to be making it a standard for all games of theirs to be cross-platform.
Your
Yeah,
mom's
They're the
cross-
first company to come out and
Xbox
say
Your
is
it.
just
mom's
the
cross-platform.
It's true.
So it makes it super easy. So over the week, over this past week, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 4 was released.
There was.
It's fun.
It was a big update.
Yeah.
It was a really big update.
I don't know
Was
how
it-
my system has any room on it anymore.
It was an oops update.
It was a big oops update.
I
So
didn't hear about that.
on the PC, it was a 45 gig update, 32.375 gigabytes on the PS4, and 44 gigabytes on Xbox One. However,
What?
however, if you were on Twitter at the time that this download went live, you would see a hashtag trending worldwide.
Sure would.
Hashtag 84 gigabytes.
That's the-
Apparently, some Xbox One users reported what's supposed to be a 44 gig download update was actually 84 gigabytes,
Yes. Yep.
bringing that game to damn near close to like 250 gigabytes.
That's a big ass
Yeah.
game.
Microsoft came out and said that was a huge error, and their systems glitched during the update, causing the update to double in size. That it was not supposed to be that big, and they apologized for any inconveniences. The only fix right
That's what
now
he
is
said.
to completely uninstall the game and reinstall it, or wait until they release a patch, and that patch will fix the double the size storage glitch.
So you have to completely uninstall this gigantic fucking game to fix the game being even bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking
So
wild.
fucking dumb. It's so
Big
dumb.
ass game.
What game is this?
Call of Duty
Call of
Modern
Duty.
Warfare.
That's really big for that type of game.
You know, that full is because it also includes the separate game of Call of Duty Warzone, which is
And
their
then also
their
the,
battle royal.
So,
And then, the other mode that no one plays.
The
I
not the
was
cooperative,
interested, like, why those games are so big in terms of like size compared to like previous games. Do you guys know why at all?
Why?
No, why?
Details? I have no idea. Why?
Curious, yeah.
Yeah, it's the way that things are rendered. So from my understanding is that, let's say you render a street with a stop sign on there, and that's one of your maps. And then some other map that is not even loaded right now also has a similar street with a stop sign somewhere else. The way that they render their stuff, that stop sign and street is created twice, or has two different like spaces in memory.
Huh.
And the reason why is that it's more efficient rather than saying, "Hey, point to this place and look for this stop sign." It's already there. But
Oh, so
the
pre-rendered.
trade-off is space. Yeah.
Kind of almost have like a low poly model and a regular high fidelity model.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool.
Science,
That's what a
ladies
lot
and
of-
gentlemen.
A lot of games do that.
Fucking
Now
science.
we know.
Usually the low poly models stay
Yeah, but-
low poly forever.
Hey James, weren't you talking to me about that a while ago? About
Yeah.
like exactly how that works and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, that's super cool.
Pretty neat.
Oh
You
yeah.
haven't
that's
learned
good to know. I
anything
didn't
from the
know that.
Level Long podcast. There you go.
Wow, you have one.
You learned about why Call of Duty's so big.
Sit up for school, motherfucker.
It's gonna be on the pop quiz at our year-end on our year-end episode for all of our viewers.
Wouldn't that be something? We'll have a little contest.
Yo,
See
I
who can
have-
answer the
You
most
just gave
questions
me an
correctly.
idea. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Well,
That just gave me an idea.
The last
Right
thing
here.
before we get to the gigantic stuff, probably the biggest news, at least in my opinion, the biggest news of this week is something near and dear to my heart got re-released, and it also killed something off super hard.
what could it
Persona
be?
4 Golden's now on Steam. Persona 4
Shit.
Golden has been released on Steam. It is $20. It's out right now. Everyone can throw away their PlayStation Vita now. 'Cause it's useless. It's completely useless. There's no reason to own a Vita anymore.
That's funny.
Fucking Persona 4 Golden's great. Play Persona 4, you fucking cowards.
Hey, I've already watched JoJo's and got invested in that. I can't jeopardize my time anymore on anything else.
Listen, bud. Listen, bud. You'll put about 100 and some hours into that game.
I've already put
It'll be
100 some hours into JoJo's.
Yeah, so you could also put 100 some hours into Persona.
There will be a
Everything
time where
is
you'll
great
say,
at your
I-
Juness.
there will be a point where you're like, I've had enough JoJo's for now. What should I play next? Well, have we got the game for you?
Persona! You could be you. You could play as you, man.
Fucking forearms hurt. I forgot to add.
Play as
in my-
you?
You.
You!
Exactly.
Alright, Walker, why are you flexing over there? Who are you showing off for?
It's getting
Not-
swole.
No, my forearms hurt. I forgot to put in my week that I worked out yesterday for the first time. In
Ever?
a while. No, not ever. Dick. No, it was. We went to we were supposed to go to the gym, but then Nicole decided she wanted to go to the track. 'Cause that was a mistake and a half.
I love going to the track.
Now when it's 102.
Jesus.
There are times when I was on the
102?
turf, I laid
Yeah.
down and I saw
Yeah.
the heat waves just
Yep.
consistent. It's
So
so
my-
terrifying.
my forearms, I'm trying to stretch out because like all of this, because we did a bleacher workout and involved like
Oh.
push-ups and stuff like that. So my forearms are just crazy tight. So they hurt.
Getting
That's all.
swole.
That's why I keep
That is
doing
what that
this because I'm
is.
trying to stretch my forearms out. Knock it on
Honestly,
fake doors.
What I would do is put if you have the ability to and it's not gonna like wreck your shit, put your arms on your desk and just stretch upwards, it'll pull out the forearm area, and it'll also help your where your arm fucking the joint right there. I
Yeah.
don't know what that's called, but yeah, if you do that and you like
The-
lift upwards, and it usually helps.
You know what
The
else?
elbow
Oh.
pit.
Thank you.
See,
Yeah.
I don't lift. You know what I do? I take a whole gallon of milk and I just dump a whole thing of Hershey syrup into it, and then I just drink that.
I mean,
That sounds
so
Lift.
if you
death for me.
go work out, you'll have a reason to drink all that, because
That's true.
in sports, they'll actually have a lot of the people go drink chocolate milk afterwards, because the little bit of protein and the sugar and the calcium, all that shit helps refuel you. Well, my buddy's hockey coach actually used to have the entire team drink a whole thing of chocolate milk right after a game because it would help. But yeah, that's a fun fact. I don't know.
Nice.
Man, it's a good thing I didn't play hockey for.
Yeah,
for
I'd
your
throw
buddy's
up
coach.
everywhere,
I would
dude.
be dead.
Yeah, my
Game, I
god.
would lose. I would be dehydrated at the end of every game.
That's why you drink the chocolate milk after.
I'm
No,
lactose
no, the
intolerant. It'd be a
chocolate-
bad
the
time.
The chocolate milk would make me dehydrated
Oh,
because it was
well, you
just
have
good
water,
and then
too.
just gone.
oh, that's fair. Understood.
I've done that. It's not a good time.
No,
Yeah, like I've been there.
been there, done that. Not a fan. 0 out of 10.
Mark, I know you had some stuff. You want me to go first, or you want to go?
That was pretty quick, so it's up to you.
No, go ahead.
So the good old data miner Ninji strikes again. She figured out a tool how to make let me get back talking in circles. Let me slow down real quick. So the good old Animal Crossing Ninja created another tool for us predicting the weather in your Animal Crossing world. If you're interested in it, just look up Neo Nook Alpha, which is like meteorology, but METEO Nook Alpha, and that'll get you to it. Pretty much what you do is you input your time saying, oh, this is what the weather is right now, and it'll find the pattern, and you can predict the weather for your future Animal Crossing game.
Nice.
That'll help with catching fish and bugs and that kind of stuff.
I thought it was pretty cool.
That's neat. Science again.
Can't that also-
Science strikes
Can't that
again.
can't that also predict meteor showers? I think.
I believe they also did put out a tool. Yeah,
What else you got?
pretty wild. The last thing that I got is that a man suing Apple for $2 priceless trillion for an Apple repair done in 2018.
I fucking
the
saw
fuck?
that.
What? Say those words again.
Please.
So
$2 priceless trillion, by the way.
yeah,
How is a priceless
that.
$1 trillion? $1
I don't fucking know.
Isn't that kind of an oxymoron?
Yeah, I think.
trillion.
so it's for one iPhone 7, which is for $1 trillion. iOS 12, which was on the phone whenever you got it repaired, which I guess you can't get it now, so that's for $1 trillion. For the guy's personal mentality, that's priceless. And then for the total amount is $2 priceless trillion or USD.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So,
So-
what happened?
Now you
So
know.
the reason why this gentleman is suing is there were filings on June 1st by Mr. Ravon Terrell Parker in the United States District Court of Missouri for Apple taking away his phone from him. The reason why this matters to him is that he went to Apple for a repair. He went to St. Louis to get an iPhone repair that was completely unrelated to him getting a whole unit replacement. So they replaced the whole device out for him and said, hey, here's your phone back. We fixed it for you. It's good to go. He got it back, opened it up, took a look at it, and apparently he's an iPhone developer,
Like,
at
that's
least
not my
according to this
phone.
story. Yeah, he opened it up and first noticed was like, that's not my phone. It's like, I developed this stuff. It needs to be on iOS 12.0.1. And I have patents on something on there that runs on iOS 12.0.1. And now it's not on there and I can't do it and you're ruining my livelihood. So,
Oh boy.
yeah.
It doesn't seem too difficult to rectify, though.
Yeah,
Would it
I
be?
mean,
Maybe for Apple. For
yeah, honestly, Honestly, Apple's probably just gonna settle out of court and be like, "Yo, here's
Here's
a phone and a bunch of money, and don't talk about it ever again."
Yeah, I
But
guarantee.
then, I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong here, but it doesn't seem like that's too big of a deal because you can jailbreak in reverse all the way back to, I want to say, iOS 10 or so now. Like, you have that ability. Like, so
Yeah,
he could
but-
just go back and
Yeah,
do
he
it.
shouldn't have to do that because
That's the
Apple
idea.
took away his ability to do that like before.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
if the unit needed a whole unit replacement, I don't know what to tell you.
I see.
I
What
don't-
you, oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. You're saying if you needed a whole unit replacement, you needed a whole unit replacement.
Right. Like it's not something that you're just like, oh, maybe this part was not fixable. Maybe it's just easier for everybody in the long run to get a whole unit replacement. And that's really what Apple does for the most part
Yeah,
anyhow.
they do.
Like, don't
they
don't
are
you
way
know
more
this?
likely just to replace it than to.
yeah. Like that's been their thing since they've had Apple Care. Like why are you I don't see how this wasn't like a possible foreseen outcome. That's just my thing. I don't know.
Maybe nobody
In
warned
the-
them.
In the police filing, part of it says the attendant at the Apple Store fixed the device, but kept it by deceiving the plate and knowing that it was the first phone to have new features. Verbatim is what it says. Say it's the same phone, it just has new features. You know,
Oh my god.
and
That's not the right wording, I would say, because it, like, I don't know. That seems weird.
at the time of the publication, no court date has been set for the lawsuit, but we'll let you know if I hear anything.
Oh my god.
We'll
Fucking
keep you
people.
up-
Now you
$2
know.
priceless $1 trillion. That's fucking. He's high. He's high as shit.
No,
People
because
who have money
I
that are sue
sometimes
happy.
do that, and I wouldn't even do anything like that.
Oh, people that are sue happy.
Yep.
The fucking sue anything and everything.
Wouldn't the patent still?
Oh.
This patent still exists regardless, though.
Yeah. It
Like
would.
maybe he's not
Well-
able to get back into it and tweak things. Obviously, that would be an inconvenience for sure. I totally understand that. But he'd still be getting his money because the patent still exists in his name.
Right, but if he
But
can't
what's
use, he can't do anything with it. He can't
He
continue
can't
to
do
develop
anything
it.
further with it.
But why
Oh,
would
yeah,
you have a
that's what I said, like-
patent?
That's a concern, yeah.
Yeah, like, why would you patent something that only you can use though? Like that's the thing. It's like why would
Yeah,
it be
Just
the?
home
Well, maybe
automation or
he's-
something.
Yeah,
you have to
maybe
you have to pay to have shit patented.
That's like $100 a year or some shit. It's fucking. It's
Yeah.
not cheap.
Yeah,
Oh no, not patent. My fault. Develop. Apple is like $100 a year.
I'm gonna patent this program, and I'm the only one that's ever gonna be able to use it on this specific thing that's gonna be outdated tomorrow. That
Right.
was-
maybe it's a start. Maybe he patented it right now, so he has the patent for when he can release
Why the
it
fuck
Push
would
it
you
over
say that
to
on
the
your
new
phone too? By the
platform.
way.
My thing is, how is it? If it's on
Right.
something that 90% of the population that has an iPhone, it doesn't use 12.0.1, which is uber specific, that it only works on that. That seems like a flaw in your own design. I don't know what to tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I agree with that. And why would you save a patent for a design on a phone? Like,
Like, your phone
Whatever.
is so
It's-
old. Like, the software is so old. It wouldn't ever, if he only ever develops it for that, he'll never be able to get it caught up with what everything else is on to continue
Yeah.
the work. It's wild. I totally see why the upset is there. It's just he's high as shit if he thinks he's suing for any amount of that kind of money. And
yeah,
it seems
apparently this isn't the first time this guy has done this sort of thing.
oh okay,
Of course
interesting.
not. Of course it isn't.
he's one of them.
Yeah, further reading into it, he brought in a lawsuit in 2019 that was dismissed by the court.
Nice.
So it's just his second lawsuit against Apple about something similar, I guess.
Seems like he just
so-
wants to sue Apple.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I
some
don't
people
know.
are just sue happy. You do anything wrong with certain, you're getting sued.
Definitely read into it. It seems very interesting.
Yeah, it's always fun when working at Best Buy as a manager when the corporate office calls you. Hey, this guy threatened to sue us. What happened? Could you explain the situation here? I'm just like,
Uh,
I'm like,
that's
this
all
would
that I
happen.
got for news.
I got a few quickies. So, Hellblade 2. Microsoft confirmed that Hellblade 2 will be using the Unreal 5 engine.
I am looking forward to that game. I really want to play. I still have to play the first one, but that preview
Yeah, wasn't that
Got me
preview
with
with the
that
fucking like
music.
Death Viking music and shit?
Oh my gosh, it put me, man. I ended up
Yeah.
looking up that music for a while. For like a week, I was like, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah. That game will be utilizing the Unreal 5 engine during its release, which means those graphics are gonna be
Stellar.
they're gonna be stunning. Speaking of Microsoft, they are releasing a new mobile app. The Xbox console companion, I think that's what it is, app. If you paid attention to it on the computer, it hasn't been like you have it, but no one ever uses it.
Yeah.
So they are developing an app that will combine that Game Pass Project X, and that basically will be streamlined across all platforms, including phone. Kind of like how PlayStation has. Like PlayStation has a pretty good app, I think.
I love it.
You can access the messages, you can message people, do all of that. So Microsoft is developing their own app that will allow basically a streamlined user interface through all platforms. So we will see when that comes available. There is no ETA on the release of that yet. I'll save that for a little bit here. I had something else from Xbox. Maybe not. Do you guys
Xbox
remember
On.
Surgeon Simulator 2?
Yeah, I remember Surgeon
Vaguely.
Simulator, and then Surgeon Simulator 2 is announced.
Yeah. So, Surgeon Simulator 2 was a YouTube sensation in 2013. Basically, you simulated being a surgeon. Well, it's being re-released.
Well,
And it's
well,
being
poorly.
re-released with multiplayer. You and 3 other friends can now do surgery on an individual. It'll be released in August, sorry. It'll be a part of the Epic Game Store and is rumored to be free.
I was just gonna ask, is it gonna be made in Unreal? And then you're like, it's on the Epic Game Store. I'm like, fuck.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness gracious. I can see it now. We're all going to be in surgery working diligently to save the life of somebody. And then fucking Walker's going to hear his doorbell ring because DoorDash done showed up. And then we're going to fucking lose the patient because you're too busy snacking on fucking barbecue sauce. Hold
Pretty
on.
much.
He's snacking on barbecue sauce.
So
What
during
the fuck?
surgeries, one player will be in charge of checking the balance and vital signs. One will be in charge of administrating the proper medical medicine, as well as 2 will be in charge of hacking away at the internal organs, to say the least, to save the other person's life.
Oh my goodness
Taking away at
gracious.
the internal organs to save a life.
There's also a
That's what it
4th player that will be dealing with all the HIPAA
Surgeon
paperwork.
Simulator is such a crazy game.
So yeah, so if we want a game to play August, man, we're fucking doing some surgery. It's supposed to be
sounds good.
free. So
I'll play that with you guys.
Clear.
yeah. So yeah, but that I saw that, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I remember that
Need
game.
some haircuts and surgery. We got you.
Oh hell yeah. Another game that is being remastered and re-released. The game 13.
13.
So if you were, yes, if you were,
Good old Suda 51, I think, or Swery 65, one of the two.
I've never
was
not familiar with
13 was a stylish first-person shooter. Basically,
So good. It was so good. It
Was
was
it?
an Unreal shooter. Yeah, it was an
Xbox
it. Alright, I'm gonna
360.
look it up. Is it spelt 13 or
Wait,
is it
no,
just
not-
13?
It wasn't
Spelled
360. It
oh, I
was
thought it came
original
out for the
Xbox.
3. Oh, I thought it
Original
was
Xbox and
360.
PS, or original Xbox,
Oh,
GameCube, and
I
think
do remember
PS2.
this.
Yeah,
I
it's
think it was Suda
Roman numerals 13, but spelled out 13.
Yes, it kind of plays a little bit like a comic book, Bendy and the Ink Machine, kind of.
Yeah.
First-person
The
shooter.
The Cult Classic was first released in 2013, published by Ubisoft.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different game.
It stars 13, an insomniac caught in a conspiracy and grappling with the truth after being accused of assassinating the president. We had previously seen concept art and screenshots that basically take the game and make it brand new. I think 2003, that would have been original Xbox, wouldn't it have been?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
OG Xbox, and yeah, I think it original just OG Xbox. I was thinking of Killer 7.
I got you.
Killer 7, which was
I know I've
Came out
seen
in
this
5.
game, but I've never played it.
it's up.
So I've never actually played it, but I have seen it. But it is being remastered and re-released. Another game that is being released. It is called. Was the Almighty in the PlayStation thing?
The Almighty.
Yeah, it's called Almighty. Kill Your Gods is the game.
You mean
Was it in the PlayStation event?
Godfall?
No, it was. The game's actually called Almighty. Kill Your Gods is the name of the game. I wasn't sure if that was in the PlayStation event. Okay, well I'll talk about it then. So it was at a different showcase. It was the launch title. So for I don't even know how to even say that. Guerrilla Collective
Guerrilla?
Showcase.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Gorilla.
Yeah, kicked off their showcase with an exciting new game. It is called Almighty Kill Your Gods. It is versus evil. It is a co-op game, much like Monster Hunters. A major component
Monster Hunter.
A major component of Almighty is teaming up with other hunters to bring down giant, gruesome monsters. The hunters are able to glide through the air, sprint on all fours, use melee and projectiles to attack and kill their foes, and it appears you'll be able to harvest their parts.
Yeah, it's just
Sounds kind of savage.
Monster Hunter.
Is it? Okay.
Oh,
Just made by a
that-
different company.
It's just Monster Hunter, except probably not as good.
it's like
It is not no release date, but you can pre-order it on Steam. Yeah, Almighty Kill Your Gods is what it's called. That is a new edgy co-op RPG is what they are calling it. I'm assuming the edgy comes from the fact that you can harvest the people you kill's organs. Last couple things that I have. Nintendo has slashed their prices on all the Resident Evil games, which is awesome. Each game is discounted at least 50%, and you have until the 17th at 3 a.m. to take part in the lower prices. So that is absolutely huge. This is in relation to what James will be talking about here soon, in the PlayStation segment of our podcast, as well as Resident Evil decided to release some numbers.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Capcom's beloved horror franchise has released their numbers due to the announcement that we'll be talking about soon. Resident Evil franchise has surpassed 100 million units sold total worldwide. Resident Evil debuted in 1996
Wow.
and has become a sensation ever since. 80%.
Guys, here, real quick.
Go ahead.
Here's the question: do I buy Resident Evil 4 on the Switch right now?
Only $15.
$15.
Haven't you beaten every one of them?
I've
Haven't you
beaten
played
every
4 like
version of-
4 times?
I've played 4 way more than 4
Like
times.
400 times.
Yeah, I've beaten it on
So
almost every console.
the thing is, I was gonna say that you said you beat it on every console. Now it's on the Switch, so now it's kind of like you're almost half obligated to continue that trend.
Well, I
yeah, I
haven't
mean,
beaten it on
you don't want to be
Xbox
a
One.
liar.
Yeah.
I
You don't
haven't
have an
beaten it on
Xbox One.
How much is it on the on
Exactly.
the Switch?
You can stream that.
I
until,
already did a full Let's Play of it.
Okay, well, just saying, just an idea. You don't have to.
I can do a speed. Oh, I've been meaning. I want to do a speed run. There's a eat lunch % in Resident Evil 4 that I
Nice.
want to start running. It's like 5.5 minutes.
Let's fucking do it.
Shit.
With that being said, its most successful game to date was actually Resident Evil 2 Remake. Within the first couple days, it had already sold 3 million copies. And to date, it is upwards of almost 10 million copies plus, just for the PS4.
Oh my
Yep.
word!
100 million copies total from 1996, and that includes 7 mainstream games plus 2 remakes, plus every other console it was been released on, and then
Well,
all
okay,
the extras.
So hold on. We got Resident Evil, the original. We got Resident Evil Director's Cut.
Yep.
We have Resident Evil DualShock Edition.
Yep.
Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Outbreak, File 1, Outbreak File 2, Zero, Survivor, 2 on the Gamecom. We have 4. 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 We have 4.
How
We
many
have 4.
How many fours?
Every single console.
GameCube, PS2, Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, iOS, PC, Steam.
Yep.
So there's 11 versions of Resident Evil 4.
I haven't.
Yeah.
That's a lot of different versions of a game.
We're up to
There's Resident Evil
22.
Remake. There's already
Yep.
Remake. There is Umbrella Chronicles 1 and 2. Umbrella Corps, Operation Raccoon City.
Veronica.
We've got Code Veronica. Code Veronica X. We have Resident Evil 2 on the PS1, which we already counted. N64, Dreamcast, GameCube, and then PS3. We have Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. We got 0 on the PS4, Xbone, and Switch. We have
Resident Evil 2 remake.
RE2 remake, RE3 remake, RE7. And those are on all the consoles except for Switch. And then there's another one that I'm missing. Oh, Resident Evil Gaiden on the Game Boy Color. We also have Dead Aim, I think it was called. Resident Evil Dead Aim, which was a light gun game.
Yep.
Oh, Resident Evil
Wasn't there?
Deadly Silence on the DS.
What was
Yeah,
the? So
Deadly
you had the
Silence.
Umbrella Chronicles, then you had the other Chronicles for the
Darkside
Wii.
Chronicles.
Dark Side Chronicles.
Yeah.
So
And I
upwards of
think-
like 50 games.
I think that's all the Resident Evils.
Yeah. Fucking wild. And the last piece of newbies that I have is tomorrow, which will be on next week's podcast. Tomorrow they were releasing the new trailer for the next Star Wars game. It is called Star Wars Squadrons, which
like fucking Rogue Squadrons.
which looks to be basically that's exactly almost what it looks like, is like Rogue
But it's not going
Squadrons.
to be as good.
Yeah, let's
So-
hope it's not filled with microtransactions.
It's gonna be. Who's
Yeah.
developing it?
Let's
It's-
hope they.
EA.
EA.
Let's hope.
That's what
let's
I'm
hope they
saying.
just revive.
Yeah,
Factor
right,
5.
dude. They're gonna have skins on top of skins. You're gonna have to pay for each panel to be painted a different color.
Yep, you're gonna have each Star Wars fighter in there. But yeah, that releases tomorrow, as well as this coming Thursday. Sorry, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is EA's Play Live 2020. So we
Oh, is
also
that
have
this
that
week?
going. That's this week on Thursday.
Guess I'm
um,
streaming on Thursday.
Well, they got
So
some
we
explaining
have
to do.
EA's event where they will be going over all of their new games, as well as an in-depth look into the new Madden, the new NBA, and everything EA has to come. And this, just talking about that actually, talking to my brother. That's all I got. Let's get into some Sony action, boys.
Sony.
All right. So this is the PlayStation 5, the Future of Gaming show. Everyone knows. Everyone was super excited for it. 'Cause
Sure
we
were.
finally get our hands. Well, not hands, but we finally get the look of the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, we do.
So they say.
It's like a
We'll get
smush
into that.
sandwich.
So the show starts off
With a
with
banger.
them with a bunch of PlayStation 4 games. They showed off a ton of PlayStation 4 games for some reason. And then we see it. Black screen. With
The
the
game that
Rockstar
never
logo
quits.
with the Rockstar logo in the middle. And everyone's freaking out. Everyone's like, "Oh my god,
my
GTA
gosh,
6, GTA 6,
finally!
oh my god!"
After
And
all
then
this
they show,
time!
they show all this stuff. They show footage
Not-
from GTA 5, and I'm like, "Oh man, I can't wait for them to just transition into GTA 6. Like, here's the difference between the games. Oh my god! And then you just see GTA 5 confirmed for PS5 2021. And
Yes.
I just look at my screen in disgust.
Just
Yep.
waiting for
Fuck
Skyrim to
GTA
come
5.
out.
Yeah, man.
So hold up.
That's
No, you're good.
it.
Over under 2022, will we see Skyrim on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X?
How many versions of Skyrim do
2024?
you think we'll have on the PS5?
All
I'm thinking
of 'em.
before 2022, we'll see
I
Skyrim
say-
on the PS5 and Series X.
Well, they're making
Guaranteed.
2 sequels to the biggest 2 games, they said. So.
Who,
But yeah,
Bethesda?
Well, them and Rockstar.
Oh. Well,
but yeah-
I don't care. It's GTA 5. I
Yeah.
bought
They've
this
got
game
to be
twice already.
amazing. Apparently.
I bought this game twice already. Fuck off, Rockstar.
But yeah, the game that never quits. They're like, oh, new console, fucking done. We're releasing it.
So I saw.
It's
a
also
video,
been confirmed for the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I saw a picture on Twitter where it's like 8 years, and you see GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and 4, and then you see 8 years later, GTA 5, just GTA 5.
GTA 5,
That's all.
GTA 5, GTA 5. Hey,
Man,
when you got something good going on, you don't fucking end
it's
it.
not even.
Well, they're
Vice
still
City.
selling ridiculous amounts
Give
of
me
the
Vice
game.
City. Fuck everything about GTA 5.
Yeah, well, it's the
me Vice
best-selling
City.
game of the century.
Give me Vice
Like the
City
decade, I
2.
mean.
Give it to me. That was the best goddamn Grand Theft Auto game
Oh,
ever
that was
made.
phenomenal.
That
Yeah,
Vice City
was
was
the
pretty dope.
best. GTA 5 is shit compared to Vice City.
but no, man, I think when I saw that, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. The game that keeps on giving.
The only saving grace to this.
It's a
is
launch
that you
title,
get
too.
It free. You get it free
Yeah,
when it comes out.
so that'll be nice. Yeah, it
I
can.
wouldn't buy it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
fucking buy that game again.
Yeah,
I
it's the
spent-
up conversion,
I spent
right?
Goddamn, $180 on the PS3 back in 2013 on the
Yep.
PS3 version because I had to get the Super Collector's Edition because I love Grand Theft Auto, and then I buy it again years later. This past year or two years ago or so, whenever we
PS4.
made a GTA server,
Yeah.
bought it on the PC, and I was already a little pissed off about that. And now it's like, oh great, I can fucking play GTA 5 again for the 100th goddamn time. Fuck off, Rockstar. Your company's trash. Get out of here. Go back to DMC, DMA Design, you pieces of fuck. I hate it. But if you play GTA 5 on PS4, at least,
Positive note.
everyone gets $1 million in GTA cash each month until release.
Hmm.
So
That's pretty cool.
So
I
then
saw
we
a
get.
meme. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
As I say, I
Good,
saw a
you go.
meme today. If anyone's familiar with the good old Jimmy Neutron, it was Sheen going up to the front of the class, and I can't remember her fucking name, Mrs. Whatever, the bird bitch. But
Was
it
it like
was Sheen,
Crabapple?
Miss
something
Fowl.
like that, yeah.
Miss Fowl.
Miss Fowl, yeah, Miss Fowl. Miss Fowl. It was the show and tell episode where Sheen is just holding up Ultra Lord, but over Ultra Lord it has GTA 5 plastered over it, and over Sheen's face it just has Rockstar's logo, and all you see is Miss Fowl going, "Rockstar, you've showed us GTA for the past 7 years in a row," and it was the greatest thing. It was the most accurate meme I've ever seen. It was grand.
Rockstar is turning into Todd Howard.
Yeah, you can see
Rockstar
that.
is turning into Todd Howard,
Not
the
quite.
company.
At least Rockstar's doing more with their game. Like they're consistently making new things. Todd Howard doesn't do new
Todd
things.
Howard's
He likes
making
one
new
thing.
things. He's making Skyrim on this system.
But that's
It's new,
That-
right?
that's just copying your own homework. He's not doing anything. He's like, let's make it optimized for this now. Oh, these graphics look like they're from a couple of years ago. That's fine.
Optimized.
They'll be fine. Yeah, optimized.
Let's upscale it.
Let's upscale it.
Yeah,
It's
let's
not
make an
even
HD
rework it.
version
Yeah.
with all the DLCs and Let's make it
the horse
something
armor.
cool. Let's call it Special Edition. Yeah.
The gold edition.
So what can we call it this year? We've already done Game of the Year, Game of the Decade, Game of Anything, Special Edition. That works.
Oh,
That's
and then
it.
don't forget the VR version.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
for
I did pay
VR.
$60 for that. Shit.
Was
Yeah,
it worth it?
Yeah, it was Skyrim in VR, like the full game. Like there's literally no other experience like it in VR. Like
Fair enough.
I do have to say Fallout 4 and Skyrim are both really great VR titles.
Okay.
As expensive they are, they're the full game.
Yeah, but
But
can you take it on
$60
the go with
bucks.
you? Version. See, that's where they get you. You can't take Skyrim on the go on your computer or on like your PlayStation. So you got to pick it up on the Switch so you can take it with you while you go. I don't know, because you have a
While you're
crippling Skyrim
IRLing.
addiction, and you can't stop playing Skyrim. You know, they're just feeding the addiction.
They're
Now,
feeding the
is it-
machine.
Does it still have access to all the mods?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, you
Oh,
get
well,
full
the-
mod support in that too.
Wow. In
Right.
the VR
Yeah.
version?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm doing this weekend. Oh boy.
So-
Would recommend.
Wait a minute,
So-
I have to get a VR first.
Yeah, you do. We come
Oh,
up next
man.
on the PlayStation show. The first of many, many bumpers where it just shows different PlayStation logos. Just you know, the cross button, the circle, the triangle, the square. The first of many. And then our good friend Jim Ryan comes up on stage and goes, "Hey man, we've never seen a generational leap this crazy ever in the history of gaming. Get fucking hyped." Here's Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
And I look at it, I'm like, wow, I didn't expect that at all. So Insomniac, apparently it's not an expansion, it's not a sequel, it's another game. It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
So you play as big shocker,
Good
Spider-Man
old
Miles
Miles
Morales.
Morales.
You play as Miles Morales. He's got that sweet ass black suit. The city looks way more populated than in Marvel's Spider-Man. And it looks like it takes place around Christmas, which is cool. I always like the snow settings. That's always
Yeah, those are
interesting.
all super cool.
And
It's because of the
coming out
mechanics that
holiday-
you have to deal with.
Yeah,
Trying to be
Again, it comes out-
Spider-Man and you're sliding all over the place.
yeah. It's always fun. It's a change of pace too. And maybe because I like Yakuza, and that always takes place around Christmas. So, holiday 2020 is when it comes out, so it's most likely going to be a launch title. And then hey, here's Gran Turismo 7. And I go, shit, I love Gran Turismo. Bet, let's watch. I love Gran Turismo. It's my favorite racing game, especially the simulation kind. I'm terrible at it, but I just absolutely love it. But man, it seems like every iteration, they make the UI even worse. The UI in this one, it looks like in the menu, it's like a big cityscape, and there's a bunch of things all over the place. And I look at them like, I don't know what any of this shit means. With Gran Turismo Sport, it was just... Imagine trying to use Windows 95, but with a controller. It was not a fun experience. And same with Gran Turismo 6 was the same way. It's it's Gran Turismo. It looks fucking fantastic. It's really going to show off the power of the PlayStation 5. Nothing's going to look this good. It's going to really show off both the sound and graphics of what the system can do basically when it comes out, and it's going to push that system to its breaking point early on. Then we get our first holy shit moment of the night. Hey, Ratchet and Clank's back.
Good
Ratchet and Clank
shit.
ripped apart. So apparently, this follows our good friends Ratchet and or Clank falling out of a dimensional rift, and then Ratchet rides some bugs, and it looks unbelievable. The graphics are the best that I've seen in that show. You can do all these cool things, travel through dimensions almost instantaneously. There is like a half second of load, but unless you're nitpicky, you don't see it. You can fly dragons. There's like a future dimension where it's like, you remember in Star Wars Episode 3 where Obi-Wan and Hayden Christensen were flying through the city trying to... Wait, was that 3 or was that 2?
It was 2, I believe.
Into...
That was Grievous.
Yeah,
was Grievous?
and they're
No.
like...
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grievous is 2. They're flying around in the city chasing that person. Yeah, there's basically a world that's like that where you're flying with a dragon, and it was super rad.
So it's
There's also
basically
a pirate-
Gex 64.
Better.
You guys remember that one?
Yeah, I
With the
remember
lizard
Gex.
that would go through different
I
TV
wanted
shows.
I wanted a Jaguar for Gex, an Atari
Oh
Jaguar.
man, I remember the
Because of,
Jag.
because of Gex.
God, I remember the
Um,
Alien versus Predator game on that console was the scariest thing in the world for me.
Best alien
As a
game
little kid.
out there. There's also like a prehistoric dimension where there's dinosaurs and stuff roaming
Oh, yeah,
around, and then there's
Gex.
a pirate one. And then apparently at some point, Clank gets separated and goes into like an alternate dimension future. And there's a female Lombax. Lombax is what Ratchet is. There's a female one version of him, and everyone's making lewd art, and it's at like, it was like literally like 2 hours after the show, I see people posted on Twitter of just her just completely naked.
Oh god.
And I go,
Of course.
this is
Nice.
like a new level.
The Rule
So,
43 artists on the internet are fucking.
Quick, man. They're real
Motherfuckers in the
quick.
game.
They don't fuck around.
No,
They see
no
something,
time
like,
wasted.
I'm gonna lewd that.
Yep. Can it be looted?
34?
34, yeah.
Yeah.
Said 43.
Yeah. I fucked
I
that
think
up.
Rule 43 is something different.
I was like, I'm
Probably.
curious what 43 is, though.
Yeah.
Well, one of y'all research that while I continue on.
Right, righto.
Apparently, Clank is gonna have ray tracing effects on him, so that's pretty neat. It will take advantage of the DualSense features, and it's made by Insomniac. So we are getting 2 Insomniac games, presumably within the launch window of the PlayStation 5. So within that first year, we're getting Spider-Man Miles on launch day, and then probably sometime within the next 6 or 8 months, we're getting new Ratchet and Clank. So man, they must be spreading themselves a little thin. Next thing we saw was Project Athia, which is a new IP from Square Enix, made by Lumos Productions, which, fun fact, Lumos Productions, because I'd never heard of them and I didn't think they were a part of Square. Lumos Productions is a company that's owned by Square. Apparently, the only things that they've done prior to this game is they made the engine for Final Fantasy 14 and 15 that used the Lumos engine, and they also did the Final Fantasy 15 port for Stadia. So that's your little fun fact of the PlayStation event. Looks like a third-person action adventure. You can use spells to take down enemies, and it's going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Me and my one buddy, we're talking. What did you find out? Rule 43.
Yeah, I got a few definitions.
What, Rule 43.
Rule 43 of No Nut November states that nutting is permitted as long as it is on another individual. Rule 43, when you can shit, you should shit. And one more. The more beautiful and pure a thing is, the more satisfying it is to corrupt it.
I mean,
Oh!
that's
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
kind of
okay.
true.
Yep, and that's what I got for Rule 43, give or
Okay.
take.
Nice.
There you go.
Me and my one buddy were talking about Project Athea. It looks like what Square likes to do with their new stuff, with new hardware, is they like to make something to show off, like a new engine or a reamp version of an engine, and then proceed to make a Final Fantasy game just like that. So we'll see. We'll see if this is a teaser for the next Final Fantasy. We get another bumper showing off the same stuff, and then it shows us Stray, the little kitty cat roaming around a robot city where all the humans are gone. Humans might be dead. They probably are dead. The cat looks great, coming out in 2021. Another bumper, but this time showing off some stuff about the PlayStation 5. Not the actual design, just some features, like 4K Blu-ray, ultra high-speed SSD, ray tracing, 3D audio. The DualSense has haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, USB Type-C for charging, because, you know, it's 2020, and no, Microsoft, your fans do not want to buy Duracell fucking batteries. You're lying to us saying that they do. Stop. Just stop.
Just stop.
Stop.
It's time
That
to
is the-
stop.
That is the biggest lie of this year, is that Microsoft came out and said, yeah, our gamers really wanted non-rechargeable fucking batteries, a non-rechargeable controller. And I go, that is a dirty lie. That is a dirty lie, Microsoft. Stop it. So this has USB Type-C, motion sensor, built-in microphone and speakers, and I didn't notice this the first time I saw this. It has a button to turn off the microphone, a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and here is a little fun fact. The texturized grip on the controller is not little bumps. It's actually crosses, circles, squares, and triangles. Nifty little thing. So there was another bumper after that bumper. So Sony needs to stop teasing us, stop tickling our taint here. Next thing we see is Returnal. It's going to be a PS5 exclusive. Should I say world premiere at the beginning of all these? Because this
Yes.
is kind of
No.
like a world premiere. Because they didn't
Well,
say
they
world premiere.
didn't say it, so I wouldn't. I think that's a Microsoft
I mean,
thing.
that's a Microsoft thing, but still, it just feels weird not saying world premiere over and over again.
World premiere.
I'm going to start from now on. So this is going to be a PS5 exclusive. It's made by House Manic. Oh fuck! Wow, I'm an idiot. House Marquee. Is it House Marquee? I don't know. It's made by a company. There's space. It looks like a Kojima game. The main character gets infected by an alien.
Not again.
It's a third-person shooter where the camera is way back. It almost... You guys remember the game Lost Planet by Capcom?
Yeah.
You remember how far back the camera was for that?
Yeah.
When you're just
Oh,
running
yeah.
around?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how far back this game is. The camera for this game is.
Right.
Guess what we got next?
What's that?
Another fucking bumper. Showing... Every single one is just showing off. Here's an X, here's a circle, square, triangle. For like 5 seconds. And the first few times it was cute. Now we're on like number 4. And we're like 20 minutes into the presentation. Sackboy's Big Adventure. It's made by Sumo Digital, the people that made the Little Big Planet 3. It's gonna star Sackboy from Little Big Planet. Looks just like Little Big Planet. It's gonna have co-op.
Those
It's Little
games have
Big
always
Planet.
been pretty popular.
Yeah. The only thing is they did not mention anything about user-created stuff. Which, if it doesn't have that, then it's not a true Little Big Planet game.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole point of those games.
Exactly. Next thing that's up is Destruction All-Stars. This is actually something that actually looks a little interesting. It's by Lucid Games. They are a company that is a group of people from companies like Bizarre Games, and basically people that worked on like Project Gotham Racing, and I think some of the burnouts came together and made a company. So it's like a sport event, but it's like a destruction derby. But you can get out of your cars and destroy the cars outside of your car. And I don't know how that works, but it looks cool. And the character designs are great, so I'm all for it. Another bumper. I'm starting to believe that Sony's never going to show off the system. Oh, I forgot to say this. World premiere. Kena Bridge of Spirits. It's made by a company called Ember Labs that works on some movie stuff. It's a 3D action game. You command these little sprites or spirits. They're like these little black balls to like attack or collect things, and it reminds me a lot of Pikmin. It's like a third-person Pikmin.
Radish Man.
Yeah, Radish Man.
All right.
We're 30 minutes in, and we're already at bumper number 6.
Sure are.
World premiere. Goodbye, Volcano High. Goodbye, Volcano High is a game that features very interesting, almost high-quality Flash designs. So, like, you remember, like, those high-quality Flash player designs where it's all crispy. Bunch of anthropomorphic dinosaurs, I guess. I put animals, but thinking back, they're more dinosaurs. It's a bunch of group of friends at the end of high school. I want to share you guys a quote from the trailer. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the edge of doing great things, but something's holding you back. Maybe it's the fear that I'll never be as good as what I imagined. That hit really close to home. That's like, whew, boy howdy. It looks like a high school drama. It's by a company called Co-op, and that's coming out in 2021. World premiere. Oddworld Soulstorm.
Ew.
Wow, holy shit, another Oddworld game is coming out. So we got a big franchise from the PlayStation 1 with Oddworld, and then a big franchise from the PlayStation 2 with and Clank. This is just slowly starting to seem like the PlayStation 5 is just the best of... It's just getting the best things from all the other consoles.
And the Oddworld games are fun.
Yeah, it looks just like the old games.
Yeah,
like nothing really...
This looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks like just more Oddworld, which there's nothing wrong with that. Next thing... Oh, world premiere. Ghostwire Tokyo. It's a game by Tango Works. It's about this dude who can see ghosts in Tokyo, and he can enter, like, the ghost dimension. And it's, like, first person, and you fire spells, and it looks like the animations for firing the spells was ripped right out of, like, Skyrim. You can also shoot arrows. It's coming out 2021, and Bethesda's publishing it. Bumper number 7. So we're at number 7 now. Jet, the Far Shore, is... It almost looks like kind of a... The graphics on it kind of almost look... I don't want to say like charcoal. Like a charcoal painting or drawing. But it kind of reminds me of it a little bit. It's like very... At least the openings, the cinematic that they show here, it's a lot of browns and blacks. Or like tans and blacks.
Yeah, almost like
it's
pastels, but...
Yeah.
That looks actually kind of neat.
Go up into space. Might be a 2D space game. Not much was really shown. That's coming out holiday of 2020. Bumper number 8. World premiere. Godfall. It's a third-person hack-and-slash game from Gearbox. Looks like you got a few different kinds of weapons. Things like twin blade, sword and shield, large axe, polearm, etc. It's going to have co-op, and that's coming out on launch day. Holiday 2020. Bumper number 9. Solar Ash is made by the company that made Hyper Life Drifter. It's a 2D or 3D action platformer, it looks like. And it looks very pretty. It's very colorful. Colors pop, almost neon-like.
It reminds me of Orby, the Wisp or whatever, the Whisper and the Wisp, whatever it's called.
Ori and the
Ori.
Will of the Wisp.
Yeah. It looks just like that.
That game's awesome.
Where it's the main character and like some of the foreground stuff is very colorful, and the background's just complete black, so everything pops. And that's coming out in 2021. Right now, we're
Okay.
41 minutes and 19 seconds into this presentation, and we're at bumper number 10.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of bumpers.
Yeah, believe me. World premiere. Hitman 3 was announced.
Sure
It's gonna take
was.
place in Dubai, which is interesting. And it looks like Agent 47's on the run for some reason. He's all alone. He's a one-man job now. He doesn't have any help. It's coming out January 2021. It's going to be the conclusion to this Hitman trilogy. And one of the things I saw while rewatching this presentation was it showed Agent 47 scaling a wall with the little suction cup thingies on his hands and knees. So that's pretty cool. So maybe we'll see a little bit more
Spy stuff.
unique ways of getting to your objective.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Those games are people absolutely love those games.
Oh, I
know,
love
Mark. I
Hitman.
know you really like number 2.
Number 2.
Speaking of number 2, Astro's Playroom. I don't know where that came in. It's another Astrobot game in the Astrobot universe. Gonna be a nice tech demo to show off the DualSense.
Yeah.
That's all the Astros are. The Astrobots games are. There's Astrobot that shows off the PS4 camera and the DualShock 4. And then there was Astrobot VR, which showed off stuff for the VR.
Dude, I remember the Astrobots when it first came out. The thing everyone wanted to do was just kick the shit out of them.
Yeah.
With the camera.
One of the cool things that I noticed, a little Easter egg, is that one of the Astrobots was using an original DualShock while playing. So he was playing some PlayStation 1 action there. Hoo-hoo.
Yeah, I see it right here in the trailer.
Man, it's been like 15 seconds. Time for another bumper.
Oh my god.
Then we got Little Devil Inside, which is a 3D action game where the characters are very cartoony. They have like gigantic eyes that show off a lot of emotion. Like the faces and everything don't show off emotion, but the eyes do. And you're fighting giant monsters with your sword and shield and a gun. You just got a gat. So you go around and beat things up. And it looks like there's some underwater stuff. It looks absolutely adorable. It seems like a game that
Yeah, there's
I'll
a giant
absolutely love.
Cheshire cat in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Oh.
The art
we've
style of
reached-
that is kind of neat.
Oh yeah, it looks great. I was surprised by how much emotion just the giant eyes showed off.
Huh.
Bumper number 12 time, guys. Bumper number 12. This time is for NBA 2K21.
Yep.
Mr. Zion Williamson from the Pelicans, New Orleans
Yes.
Pelicans, was there,
Correct.
and he goes, y'all are not ready for this. Bullshit, I'm ready for this. Doesn't show any gameplay. It just shows fucking Zion Williamson just playing basketball.
Well, it does go-
rendered in game.
Yeah, it renders him into the game flexing.
Yeah, it's.
Maybe it's gonna use a camera.
I
to put
wasn't
you in
ready
the
for this
game.
apparently. Coming out fall though, fall 2020. Bumper number 13. Oh boy, I forgot about this game.
Really quick too, on top of 2K21, they are doing the Legacy Edition, and it's gonna feature Kobe Bryant.
Neat.
As the so you have the regular case, which will be Zion Williams, but then it's like an $80. It's called the Legacy Edition, and then the cover will be Kobe Bryant, and it comes with like coins and stuff like that, currency,
Knickknacks.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh no, oh yeah, the currency, the in-game currency.
They go too hard with the in-game currency.
They do, they really
They,
do.
Yeah.
The microtrans like what game was it that was basically gambling? I mean, it was basically just gambling.
FIFA.
That was FIFA.
FIFA,
NBA
Overwatch,
2K20.
NBA,
I thought it was
2K19.
Madden.
Yeah, FIFA and NBA 2K20 got banned in a lot of countries because it basically was you
you had a gambling aspect to it.
Same with Madden.
Yeah, but
same
it was
with
a big
NHL.
gambling
Same with.
aspect. It wasn't even subtle about it.
No, it
You
was.
know, 2K19.
Or was it
what it
19? I
was?
thought it was 20.
19 basically, if I remember correctly, it was Plinko towards at the end of everything that you could do.
I know. Yeah, one of the 2K games was crazy huge, and then FIFA got banned as well from the microtransactions.
Hmm.
They're dirty with that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Here's something that I wanted to forget, but unfortunately I can't forget. Bug Snack.
Yes.
It's made by the Octodad team, and it's food animals, or animals that are food. Maybe. All the animals have fucking googly eyes. I don't know. This is verbatim from my little notes. I don't know. Looks like the weirdest acid trip. Australian Maybe. walrus. Holiday 2020.
What was it called again?
Bug Snack.
Bug Snack. It
With
looks
the
so
dust at the
cool.
end. Looks like a fucking acid trip.
I'm gonna
Okay,
play it.
We got bumper number 14, baby.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so we got a game from the PlayStation 1 getting a new entry on the PlayStation 5. We got a game from the PlayStation 2 era getting a new entry in the PlayStation 5. What about the PS3? Well, hey, I called this like fucking immediately. Demon Souls is getting remastered for the PlayStation 5. That was probably like number 3 where I was like, oh shit, really? That was crazy.
Yeah. We first
It looks nice.
me and Aim were like, is this fucking
It's so pretty.
God of War? And then nope.
No, I was just screaming. I'm like, this is fucking Demon Souls. I saw that dragon. I'm like, I remember fighting that dragon.
It looks amazing. The dragon looks
Yeah.
nasty.
I honestly, I thought Sony forgot that they even owned the title.
I'm glad they didn't.
I thought they just completely forgot about it. Blue Point is working on the remaster, the company that did the phenomenal Shadow of the Colossus remaster for PS4, and also pretty much every remaster that Sony does. That's a Sony one. They also did, I think, the Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper trilogies on PS3. So that's pretty cool.
And they had someone come out to special announce this one as because this was kind of a bigger thing. The Demon Souls.
What do you mean?
They had the 2 developers come out and actually announce this game. The Demon Souls, they were like, well, this is near and dear to my heart and we can't wait to share it for you. Can't wait to share it with you, and then they played the trailer.
No, I didn't think it was this one. I thought it was the next one. I thought it was Deathloop.
I thought they had it both, but I could have swore this one too.
Yeah, I don't think so because I don't remember it. Who knows? Deathloop. It's a game by Arcane Studios, the company that made Dishonored. I think Mark, you were saying that this looks a lot like Dishonored, and then we looked
Yeah.
into it. And like, this is just Dishonored.
It's
It's-
yep, it's made by the same people. Neat.
Yep. It's a free-form immersive game about assassins stuck in a time loop. First-person shooter, different Dishonored-like abilities, and I love the grindhouse look that it has, especially at the end where it's, talking about the game a little bit, where it's the main character, and it just has those grindhouse transitions. Love it.
Looks great.
Oh yeah. I lost count what bumper we're at. We're at number 15. We're at bumper number 15.
Hey, I think someone has a question.
You have a question. What's your
I
question?
have a question. Okay,
Good
that one's
pattern.
been sitting up there for a while now. All right. So, for someone who may
fucking
not know what the fuck a bumper means, what the fuck's a bumper?
All right, so y'all remember when you would sit at home and watch Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
and they would have those like little short things before and after the commercials that would lead into like a show?
Yeah, like Adult Swim when it would be a black
like Adult
screen
Swim.
and it would say like
Yeah.
your mother.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was it.
Yeah, you watch like Adult Swim and it has like Adult Swim, you hear the bing.
And then it'd
Bing.
be just.
Or the
nothing.
people
voice.
from Disney trying to make the
The
Disney
Mickey Mouse
ears. Yeah.
Okay.
See that you got.
Okay.
Of course, that's what you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bumper.
I'm Lizzie McGuire, and this is Disney Channel.
Yes.
Fucking ruined it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
that's a bumper. Resident Evil 8: The Village was announced. I called that. I
That was super anticlimactic.
I don't like to I don't like to brag too much. But the second that showed up, that popped up, and I look at it, I go, that's the fucking RE engine. I can spot that from a mile away. This is Resident Evil 8. So it starts off with a message that says, his story comes to a close. And it's at this point on that the stream was extremely quiet.
Okay.
Like, volume-wise, everything was quiet. I had to really boost everything up. You play as Ethan from RE7. Takes place in a European village. It's again in first person. Still uses the RE engine, which is great. Chris is there, and he super off someone like 5 shots, just pop, 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 pop. And Ethan's like, "Why'd you do that, Chris?" There's werewolves. It's more supernatural.
What?
And yeah, there's like it's like werewolves, and I do believe vampires are going to be in it as well.
So is Resident Evil getting onto more of an underworld feel then?
So this actually, I
Okay.
do believe. So this actually seems like it is almost a direct nod to what Resident Evil 4 was supposed to be.
What was
Resident
that
Evil 4
supposed to be?
It was supposed to be a, played as Leon, but it was in a haunted mansion where
Okay.
you shot ghosts armors. So it was way more heavy on the supernatural side. And it still used, the static cameras, the
Right.
tank controls, all that good stuff. And then Capcom looked at it and like, this is an evil game. Let's scrap it and make it Devil May Cry while we make Resident Evil 4. Another little fun fact. So it looks
Okay.
like they're making this more like the original Resident Evil 4, which is pretty neato. One thing that I like to say is that his story comes to a close. I don't know who that's talking to. We talk about Chris. We talking about Ethan. I don't know. And it looks like the Executioner Majinji from RE5 is back, or at least someone that looks like him. And
Yeah,
that's
the
coming out in 2021.
Yeah, that trailer was pretty cool. Essentially, if you ever played 7, it's got the exact same like look and feel as 7. So it'll be pretty intense. The trailer itself has the same like spookiness as number 7 did. So I wonder if they're gonna make this into a VR mode as well.
Probably because we know that they announced. I didn't put this in the notes, but they announced that the PSVR will work on the PS5.
Well, they said, aren't they remaking one too for the PS5?
Yeah, I could see that maybe next year or the year after.
Well, that's what I thought. So with the graphics and everything like that, I can see this being a very interesting Resident Evil game in VR. So someone's definitely got to buy a
Well-
PlayStation in VR and play it.
Well, according to Capcom, a lot of fans are going to be mad at this one. 'Cause
Okay.
it's super different than the other ones, and it's probably because of the more supernatural stuff. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Capcom also announced another game following bumper number 16. Pragmata is a game by Capcom, and it features this astronaut in like New York City, but New York City's run down, and he kind of looks like Luden from the mascot for Kojima Productions. And there's this little girl and a weird cat that you can see through, like see the skeletons and organs. That was weird. It was like a hologram. And then they go into space and they go up on the moon and look at Earth, and if they didn't show the Capcom logo at first, I would be like, this is a Kojima production. It's that level weird. That's coming out in 2022. Bumper number 17 pops up. And then we get Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is going to take place in Western America. Way more overgrowth. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's everything that they show off here looks really good. More overgrowth. You could really see a lot more animals in just the world. There's deserts. There's snowy mountains. Again, by Guerrilla Games. Flying robot pterodactyls. And
go underwater and swim and all that shit too.
Yeah. And apparently the story is that a massive storm destroyed the land. So massive storms. So it'll be interesting to see. The West usually has a lot of different ecosystems and stuff. So that's going to be cool. I still need to beat the first one.
I've never played it.
It's not bad. Devs start talking about how great the PS5 and this upcoming generation is. And then we see it. A wall of little black circles. And everyone's like, yeah, baby, here we go. And then the PlayStation 5 is revealed. And you see this gorgeous little V shape. And the first thing through my mind is, are they just giving us the dev kit? Because that would be rad. I want that flying V. But no. It's a nice, slim design with... It's white with blue accents, blue, like, LEDs on the inside of it to make it look...
I adore the fuck out of that
juicy.
console.
It looks like a router.
I was gonna say, that's what I thought it looked like.
At least it's not a mini fridge.
Yeah. Yo, what are we doing? We doing the Nintendo toaster, the Xbox refrigerator, or the PlayStation router?
Gamer's gone to college.
Yep.
You know what it
Pretty
looks
much.
like? There's one here. It looks like one of those antennas you put on the wall.
There you go.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like it's got the suction cups on it, and you put it in the wall, or on the wall.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, do you have the dimensions of it? If not, I do.
I don't have the dimensions of it.
So, it is currently the tallest game system that has ever been built. It stands at... No, I'm being 100% serious. It stands at 15 inches tall vertically, while the Xbox Series X stands at 11.85 inches. The original PS4 stands at 10.4, while the PS4 Pro stands at 11.6.
That's like this. No,
It is 15 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide at its widest point, which is at the disc tray.
That's
This thing is like a
crazy.
laptop basically on its side.
Is this thing able to be horizontal?
Yeah, they showed it laying down.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, I think either the stand that might be included with it or that you have to buy separately has you can
Two
set it
laptops.
horizontally.
With that being said, the
It is
Xbox Series X is 6.5 inches thick, making it the thickest console ever built.
Yo, can we just say that with that disc tray on the PS5, it is dummy thick.
Yep.
Like,
It makes it dummy thick. Like
As
it's got
well-
donk.
I don't know. You mentioned if you did it already, the other version they're releasing too.
Not yet, because that's coming up
Okay.
in a
Okay,
bit.
go ahead.
So, it looks like it has one USB-A port and a USB Type-C port on there. And then they announced an all-digital version.
Yes.
So, might
It's a
be
good
little
way to
cheaper,
start
who knows?
off people who want to save money to start.
And it also, remember how with the DualSense I said that about how it has the little instead of like the grip on it being just little bumps, it's the little X's and circles and the PlayStation buttons. The
Yes.
little bumps and grooves on the PS5 is also going to have that little accent on there. So that's pretty neato. That's kind of like with the PS4. If you turn over your PS4, the little stand at the bottom, the little rubber stands for it so it doesn't scratch your shit, is an X, a circle, a square, and a triangle.
Is it really?
Do it. Look at it. Like right now.
Hold the fucking
You-
phone here. I have to move my monitor, but yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, look at it.
My second
At least-
monitor has to go on the floor for a second.
At least on the Pro it is.
Let's see.
Where are these supposed
Oh,
to be?
no shit!
Underneath.
No shit! That's so cool!
I don't
Yeah,
have
under-
bumpers on mine.
On the
Yes,
bottom.
you
of it.
do. 100%.
Yeah. So like, unless yours came off.
Oh, no. I don't think the originals had them. I think it started on the Slim,
Where?
to be honest.
No, I thought the originals had it. Which way's
Show
the
us-
top?
There's no.
All right, show us the
No,
bottom.
flip it over entirely. No, yeah, I don't think
No,
there's no
that's
bumpers.
that's a day one, correct? Like that's a
My-
really old one.
My day one had it as well.
Oh, it's a okay. That is a day one.
Yeah.
I don't remember
yeah,
mine
maybe
having
it's a
that.
Batman.
What's
Yeah,
this?
so that's a little neat thing.
What's
That's a little
this
neat thing
major
that they-
saying about Xbox might start fires? One fan and a single heat pipe to cool the whole unit?
Oh,
Right
so
now.
they want to be Samsung. Got it.
Soon. We're almost done.
Well, Microsoft is known for having bad cooling in their systems. Like that's just a given at this point. I mean, the 360 had horrible cooling, and the Xbox One original had terrible cooling.
Red Rain
It's like the
Death.
second rendition has good cooling.
Yep.
Okay.
No
Yeah,
price
so-
though.
No price. They also showed off a few other things, a few other accessories. So there's the white DualSense charging station for charging your shit, the HD camera, the Pulse 3D wireless headset, the media remote for some reason, and the tagline is "Play has no limits."
Exactly.
We got no word on price or backwards compatibility, which is a big thing. Even though I feel like it's going to be more friendly with the backwards compatibility, especially with this being the 25th anniversary of the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, that was a huge piece that was rumored but not confirmed. Another thing that was rumored but not confirmed, that they were going to be going away from PS Plus for online play like the PS3 had. They came out
Oh.
and confirmed that
That's
is
gonna be a
not the
hit.
case, unfortunately.
that's
You
not
will
the
still
case.
require PS Plus for online play,
Good.
and you will still require online monthly charges unless you buy it
Good.
for a year. Unlike the PS3, a lot of people were hoping that they would revert back to how the PS3 was, but they said unfortunately no, you will
So
pay monthly.
here's a wacky idea. They need to both consoles, realistically, both companies need to give you the ability to subscribe to it for over a year. When you buy a year, can it coincide with each other and just stack on, or does it overlap itself?
Yeah, it stacks.
So like you could buy like $120 and just have 2 years and not worry about it.
Yeah,
I
I think you
didn't.
could do
I,
up to
I
3
think that
years
should
at
be
a
a
time.
package though.
Yeah,
you could do up to
the
3 years
longer
at a time.
you subscribe, the more the cheaper it is, or something.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like you want to subscribe for 5 years, $300. I don't know how much it actually is going to be, but like, no, yeah, 5 years should be like $300.
Yeah, you
So that would
actually
save you
save
money.
like a shit ton of money off of the whole entire experience.
Right. Like I
Well,
feel like that would be a
300
really
well,
good way to
300
get people to be like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Well, if it was like $300, that would be fucking really expensive for like 3 years
Well, 5
It's
years is what I was saying.
or 5 years. All
Yeah,
right,
it's $10 a month.
You're saving like
well,
what,
well, it's
$120?
It's $60 for a year. So 60 times 5 would be 360, right?
Unless you do the monthly.
Okay.
Times 5.
Yeah.
Okay, what about like 225 then?
Yeah, like 200, 250.
Save yourself
Yeah.
it should cut off like a year.
It's 300.
Oh yeah, 300. My bad.
No, yeah, already there, already past that.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that'd be cool. Like 340. Well, still cheaper than buying it monthly.
Oh yeah, that's for fucking sure. I've already paid. I need to just buy a fucking year because I'm tired of paying monthly.
Same.
Save yourself $60.
Yep. But that's it that I have for the PlayStation 5.
A lot of people are super hyped for it. It's actually one of the most trending videos. The PlayStation 5 trailer itself, and it's actually our most interactive post on Facebook for our Level Unlocked Facebook page. It has the can't think of the actual wording, but the hits or something, the impressions. Yeah. It has more than any other picture that we posted.
Yeah, same with Twitter. People are excited about this, man.
Yep. So it's gonna be huge. Everyone looking at the picture, you've all seen what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
So what's your guys' honest opinion on it? Because there's been some mixed opinions on it. A lot of people hate the white. A lot of people don't like the look of it. It's too big.
Or that goddamn system.
I'm not a huge fan of the white because my other stuff is black, but
That's what a lot of people said. All my shit's black and I have this big ass white thing in the middle of it.
yeah.
If it's that big a deal, buy a skin.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's sharp. I like the way
I
it
think it
looks.
looks
I
really
think
nice.
it stands out, like amongst other consoles for sure.
Yeah, but
I
you do
think-
bring up the good point of it clashing with your already pre-existing decor.
Yeah. I don't think that I would like it as much if the Series X didn't look like utter dog shit. The Series X looks terrible.
Just that
So
square.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate because mind you, I don't give a shit about the whole fucking. So I'm gonna state this first. I am not an Xbox hater. I am not.
The Xbox has some
Do I
bangers.
prefer PlayStation? Absolutely. I like the interface and I like everything being it's way fucking cleaner. The interface is so much smoother than the Xbox's, I think
Oh,
at
the
least.
Xbox is terrible.
It looks like a fucking mess.
Windows 8.
Right. Like my big thing is that everyone's talking about how it's outclassed by the Xbox. It's at the third. It's outclassed by an irrelevant statistic because unless you plug them into computers and run the tests, you're never gonna fucking notice the difference. But it's 2 teraflops that fucking beats it by? Like you're never gonna fucking notice that. It's not important for a daily gamer, like your casual gamer is never gonna fucking notice that. Correct me if I'm wrong,
And it's
but I've played this and I've played a normal Xbox and that's at what? 6 teraflops and this guy's at 4? You can't fucking tell.
it's
I don't think
no,
so.
It's, I think it's like 2 teraflops for the PS4 Pro. And
I thought it was 4.
think it's 4 teraflops. I thought.
Oh,
Or no,
okay.
I could be wrong. But I mean, it's just like the Windows and Apple thing. It's all about optimization.
Right.
That's the thing that
like,
matters the most.
Yeah, and like so like a MacBook running 4 gigs of RAM versus a Surface Book running like 8 gigs of RAM. If you put 4 gigs of RAM on a Windows computer, it's gonna run like dog shit. Like it's gonna run like a cheap computer. Maybe not dog shit per se, but you're not gonna do as much as you would. However, you put that on a MacBook, it's gonna run fucking perfectly because it's made to run on that as perfect as possible. As to where in a lot of like the hot buys or whatever you would call them, they're made to just be a 4 gigs of RAM computer, and we all know what that feels like. At least us here, because we've dealt with that and we've worked with that for a long time. And I'm just tired of this whole console war. I actually put a post out earlier. I stated it's an irrelevant statistic. It's not something you're really going to need to know. Everyone just play games, have fun, and hope everything's crossplay so we can play no matter what anyway.
Exactly.
Like, it's,
Yeah.
console wars are so dumb. I'm over the console wars. I'm over the fucking Apple versus Android shit. Like, let people like what they like. And
Major-
I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie. I only bring it up and I only get into that kind of aspect when someone else is dogging on something they don't know what they're talking about.
Major suggesting you only notice it at load.
I feel like it would depend on what you're playing.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a
There's
huge
lot
factor.
of- there's a lot of different variables.
It's just it's not something your typical gamer would notice. I don't think, unless you're like an uber hardcore you notice everything and you're looking for the problems, kind of thing.
It more so depends on a developer level.
Yeah.
Right. Like your tip. So hey, Mark, I don't know. You probably have the most knowledge of this stuff. Is the normal person going to notice that big of a difference, if a difference at all?
So
Your
it's
typical-
difficult to answer the question because you get exclusives and then you also have games that are made for both consoles. So the console is your limit of what you can do. Like the framework of what you're doing is the limit of what you can do. So either console that gives you that limit is where that max of that game is going to be.
Okay.
So whenever you have an exclusive one, then you can really take advantage of the whole thing. So the reason is, like, let's say you have 2 copies of exactly the same game, one for PS5 and one for the new Xbox. You're not going to tell the difference because they're both practically the same thing. And unless you have like a AAA developer, a lot of times developers aren't going to put in those additional optimizations to give you that extra 2 or 5% because you're not going to notice it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got what you're saying. So like, say we're putting GTA 5, or let's say something even more intensive, like Modern Warfare. Let's put the new Modern Warfare, put those against each other. Are you gonna notice a difference in the way they play?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
will
you
notice
might-
a difference.
You
Where
might
would
notice.
and where?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out forever and has been optimized to shit on pretty much every console, so that'll run phenomenally, where Call of Duty maybe not so much because it wasn't really made on that console. It's just sort of ported over.
Yeah,
Okay.
You gotta.
I'm just go ahead.
You got to think, Nate, that it is very different, a lot of the architecture between both systems, between all the systems. A lot of like big developers have a small team dedicated just for a port to port it. Like,
Engines
there's
and,
yeah, yeah. That's
Standing
why
at that level, where would you see the big differences? Like, obviously, you said load time or like loading and shit like that. Like, is that besides saying,
rendering,
yeah,
rendering, texturing, level of detail, streaming sound, like doing ray trace sound, ray traced lighting, literally anything that has any kind of computations, that's where you're going to see the benefit.
in like in the teraflops aspect, because they're both running the same video card. That's where the teraflops would come in then.
Yep.
Okay. Because I don't fully understand teraflops. I'll be the first to admit I don't know all that shit, to be 100% honest. But like, I'm genuinely curious as someone who wants to know. Like, I don't know. Like it feels like to your basic 16-year-old, hey mom, buy me a fucking new console because I deserve it. And I'm say both consoles, like, I don't think that people might notice it at that level, but like someone who's actually into gaming and heavily into stuff like that would probably notice things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You if you had both systems next to each other on basically in a controlled environment where everything is the exact same, you would probably notice even like a minute difference.
Okay.
In
Okay,
its
so
own little chamber, you're not going to notice anything.
okay.
You
That's
kind of
fair.
have to have the same thing running at the exact same time on the exact same everything.
Okay. That makes sense. My
Yeah,
biggest
and
thing I'm
also-
excited for is the audio from the new PlayStation. I hear that's supposed to be insane.
Also, you got to think too. Typically, Sony is underpowered compared to Microsoft systems. Like even going back to like the PS2, the PS2 was an underpowered system compared to the original Xbox.
So this
Yeah,
really
sucked
is
it
a
out.
Apple versus Windows kind of comparison. If you
Yeah.
put them spec-wise, they're not necessarily the same, and one's considered better, but it's not better for a consumer. It's what you want and what you're looking for and what you care about, kind of thing.
That's an
Yeah.
Intel versus AMD argument. Like they're both computers. They're just two different companies making different computers.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Nate, we could talk a little bit more about this after the
Yeah.
podcast if you have like more questions and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Because it's
Perfect.
very interesting about ports and that kind of stuff. It's
Okay.
very interesting game.
Oh, good shit. Good conversation.
Why Paw Patrol?
Because Paw Patrol lives matter. I don't want
You know-
them to.
Oh.
I'm not gonna talk about it, but that shit's got me heated that they're even thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yep. It's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. But that's for another conversation for
That's
another
for
day.
a conversation, not on the podcast.
So, but let's get to some releases, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Releases.com.
So, on the 16th, we have Darius Cosmic Collection Console coming out for PS4 and Switch, and Darius Cosmic Collection Arcade coming out for the PS4 and Switch, Colt Canyon coming out for the Xbox One, Summer in Mara coming out for the Switch and PC. I think they showed this off at Gamescom. It was one of those games that looked pretty interesting. Coming out for the Switch and PC on the 16th. We have Hard Space Shipbreaker coming out for PC, which is pretty interesting. I actually just saw, I think I posted in our Discord, one of the Discords. We have Disintegration coming out for PC and PS4 on the 16th, and the Waylanders coming out for PC on the 16th. Oh, and Desperados 3 coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One on the 16th. Then we have Session coming out for Xbox One game preview on the 17th. Across the Grooves coming out for Switch and PC on the 17th. Alwa's Legacy coming out for PC and Mac. Timberman Versus coming out for the Xbox One. And Retro Squid coming out for the Xbox One on the 17th. Then we have Runner coming out for the Switch on the 18th. West of Dead coming out for PC and Xbone on the 18th. Namco Museum Archives Volume 1 and Volume 2 coming out for PS4 and Switch on the same day.
I can't believe they're still fucking making those.
Hey man, you got Pac-Man. You got
Yeah, that's true.
Pac-Man, Dig Dug, all that kind of
Galaga.
good stuff. Can't go wrong.
Galaga.
Walking coming out for PC and Xbox One on the 18th. Then we have the 19th. Boy, howdy do we have the 19th. We got the Coma 2 Vicious Sisters coming out for PS4 and Switch. Radio Squid coming out for the Switch on the 19th. Burnout Paradise Remastered coming out for the Switch on the 19th. Railway Empire coming out for the Switch on the 19th. What the hell is this? Flying Red Barrel, the Diary of Little Aviator coming out for the PC on the 19th. Hard West coming out for the Xbox One on the 19th. The Academy coming out for the PC on the 19th. And that's all the games coming out. Nothing else is coming out. Nothing at all. Oh
Nothing?
wait, there's a little
Nothing?
game that
You sure?
not there. You know, there is this little like indie game that, you know, people haven't really been talking about it. It's like, do I even want to include it? I mean,
It's honestly probably going to be the worst selling game of the year, but you should.
You know, it's such a niche game. You know, I'm sure there's like one or two people listening to it that might be hyped for it. The Last of Us Part 2 comes out on the 19th. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Oh shit.
I don't even know. Apparently it has a 95 on Metacritic already,
Jesus.
Hey,
which makes it the highest reviewed game of the year right now. Just
before it's been
Hasn't
released.
come out yet.
hasn't come out yet. Hey, you know those review copies?
Yeah, I guess
true.
so.
Yeah,
Copies
yeah,
are
that's true.
Yeah. So,
Dope.
oh shit! Next week we got some bangers. We got some bangers for the next podcast. That's for dang sure.
For
Alright, that's it for games. Actually,
go ahead.
no, it's actually done. We're actually
okay.
legitimately done with the games.
For movies and TV shows, Braveheart, for those who want to watch it on Blu-ray,
Wave hard.
is coming out tomorrow. Woo! We have Sniper Assassin's End. That's a movie too. And that's pretty much about it. We do have Lego D Shazam. So if you want to watch Shazam the movie, but the Lego version of it, you can. Gladiator, that's also being re-released in 4K. Pretty in Pink's being released in 4K. And Practical Jokers the movie, which I didn't know that was a thing. That's
more
being
games.
released. And that's pretty much about it.
and there's nothing else going on for a fat minute. So that's all I got. So boys and girls, I think that's the cast of the pod. Let's go around the bedroom here and tell some sexy stories. And where can we find you? Where can we see you? And where are you gonna be for the next week? Schroeds.
Yeah, man. Well, I've been playing a lot of the Total War. I don't know if I really want to stream that. It's just, what are you doing? Why?
He's just super pumped up to hear about Total War. That's all.
Yeah, I will admit I've had quite a bit of fun with it. I've thought about streaming it, but it's a long game, and it's a lot of the same thing over and over again. You just keep refining your tactics. So, I don't know. There is a story to it, but I don't know if it's appropriate really for streaming. I know people do stream it, but I don't know if I want to. So there's that. Also, I have been. Maybe I will get what's that game that's coming out? The second one's coming out pretty soon with the sick drums.
Oh,
Hellblade?
Hellblade.
Yeah, I might. Maybe I'll stream that. That one looks pretty good. And what was that game that you streamed not too long ago, James? That resembled it. It's on the Microsoft store thing.
Plague
with
Tale.
the rats. Yeah. Those two games I've had on my radar, and I kind of want to play those. So I might do something with those.
Fantastic.
Do you did like it?
Oh yeah, Plague Tale is great.
All right, cool.
Plague Tale is great.
It's pretty
Hellblade's
linear,
great.
isn't it? Both of those games are linear. Yeah. So
it's a hallway. It's a hallway.
I easily get distracted in games, and then I'm like, all right, guys, we're gonna do this today, and then nothing of that nature even happens. So playing a linear game might be a way to go. But other than
My
that,
Final Fantasy VII stream.
yeah. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot on the agenda for the week. But if you do want to keep up, it's Splash Green Gaming on Instagram and the Facebooks. Team Splash Green on... No, it's Team Splash Green on Facebook and Instagram. And then Splash Green Gaming on YouTube and Twitch. And Splash Green G on the Twitters. But yeah, that's kind of all I really got on the books for this week. How about you,
Hey, Nate.
Nate James?
Can I go
Dude,
order?
what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking of restructuring after the good old rebrand. After the rebrand, I'm thinking about a good old restructure on things I stream. I've said it before. I'll say it again, and I'll probably say it again. Now, actually, honestly, I have a lot more time on my hands. As I had said, there are some things that had happened in my last couple of weeks that haven't been the best, but they've given me a lot of time and a lot of things that I can do. So I'm thinking of using that as a positive to be able to put more into things that I want to do. I really, really want to start a series. I actually have my camera all charged up and my tripod, wherever the fuck that is, to start recording a video on for this channel that I want to set up. It's called In the Defense of the Villain. I have a whole book full of all the information I could need about 100 of the greatest DC villains of all time, and who they are and what they are and why they are the way they are and all that good stuff. So I really want to be able to I want to do stuff like that because I want to do something with fucking comics again. I miss talking about comics a lot. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I can get lost in those universes for literal days. I have a big ass thing of comic books I'm gonna go through. I want to start doing some I want to do reads of comics and put those on good old YouTube and start trying to make videos. I just need to figure out how the fuck to edit because I don't fucking know how.
Hey man, I'll be more than happy to edit your shit.
Yeah. Fucking we'll have to talk about that tomorrow after the JoJo's thing. Actually, if James is cool with it, obviously he's gonna have all the audio and he's gonna snip that up. But I want to stream that tomorrow, so if you're down, if you don't care. Tomorrow I plan on streaming good old episode. What? I mean, technically it's episode 2 of the Anime Corner.
Episode 2 of Anime Corner.
It's been a long time coming. We had an episode 2, and then things that happened. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna stream the conversation between me and James about JoJo's. I'm gonna play more Eyes of Heaven because it makes me feel like I'm watching a whole nother season, and it's so great. Like I get so excited to.
Just fan service the Joj.
Yeah, like playing that game makes me feel like I'm watching a movie. And it's like one really long movie of JoJo's, and it's fucking great because they all meet each other, and it's so lit. I got to see they ran into Young Speedwagon in fucking part 3 of the beginning of the game. And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, "I know who that is." It was great. I'm probably gonna try to finish up Hunter x Hunter this week. Some animes I've been watching. I want to talk about that as well, but you need to watch that.
Yeah.
Anything else I can think of? I mean, there's not really too much else. Something else I did this week, which is kind of why I was able to do all the other stuff, is I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from my computer. I just kind of stayed off Discord for the most part. Like, wasn't really on much this week, and it was kind of refreshing. And there were a lot of times where I was like, I'm sitting at my computer, just doing my own thing, being by myself, and like working on my own ideas. And I see there's people in Discord, and I'm like, I'm trying to like separate myself and try to make like 2 different times, I guess. Not lives per se, but like there's a time for when I go in a game, or there's a time where I step away and just work on me and do whatever I'm doing on my computer. Self-improvement shit. I have been listening to a lot of Alan Watts. Are you familiar with Alan Watts?
Of course I'm very familiar with Alan Watts.
Okay. I figured if anyone here, I don't know if anyone else is familiar with the one and the only Alan Watts, but if you really want to learn how to get rid of, because I have my own issues to deal with, like ego and all that good stuff, but that man, I'll tell you what, he is the one to listen to if you want to really figure your own shit out. I'll tell you. He makes you think. It's really cool. I've been listening to, I'm going to probably try to finish at least the majority of this book. Listen to an audiobook, Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. Really good fucking book so far. Really, really solid. I like it a lot. If you want to read and, well, listen, I guess I should say, definitely listen to Permanent Record by Edward Snowden. It talks about his entire life, how he ended up where he is. That's going to be fun. That's what I listen to pretty much. I listen to at least a chapter or 2 a day. I need to really sit down and crank that out, though. I can't force myself to or I'll lose interest, so I gotta feel it. Other than that, I'd like to be able to play some 14, get to something I can actually give a shit about. Right now, it's just... I only feel like it's endless grind because I don't like my character currently, but I'll get past that. I'd like to stream fucking something, and I'd like to have all of us play something. So I mean, I'll get on Ark and I'll play Crystal Isles, but I really want to get Genesis.
Yeah, we have that going on this week.
Yeah.
Guys, we're probably gonna stream that. If you guys play it, get a hold of us. Maybe we'll load the island up with people. It's a modded server.
It's not
hopefully
too
everything
modded,
works. I was wondering, everything should work, even with the new map. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Because realistically, all those maps are based on what? Probably the same structure per se.
Yeah.
Yep. And you can get a new type of pterodactyl in Crystal Isles with a rocket on its back.
Well, that seems like a bit much.
All dude.
It's a sci-fi. It's like plays into the sci-fi aspect of it. But yeah, you can. Yeah, it's a huge jetpack that goes into the back of this pterodactyl, as well as you can get one of those penosaurs. It's not actually what it's called. I don't know the name of it. And
Good old Picasaur.
You can put a gigantic, like Roman time bow and arrow that has a 10-foot bow.
Oh, the Bronchiosaurus?
Yeah. Well, no, you actually
The
like.
Paracathanthium or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the big fucking dude that stomps around. And you put a base on his back, and then you actually put a gigantic bow and arrow on his back to attack other animals. And it's about 5 feet high and 10 feet long. The arrows are.
Damn.
I was watching it, and then they have dragons made of crystals.
That's super dope. Yeah, I mean, so we're gonna play some Ark this week for sure. It's been a
Probably
while,
gonna
and I'm
stream
actually
that.
excited to play again because I was able to take a break away from that and not have to care about it. And like my biggest thing in the beginning, to be honest, I just wanted to fuck around with mods so bad because they all seem so cool, and I kind of put a bunch into my own personal solo server, and I got that out of my system. I fought Rockwell one time, and that's enough for me. I'll never want to do that again because holy shit, that dude's massive. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. You can find me everywhere at Yokai Blue. As I had said, there was a rebrand, so I literally changed everything over. I was lucky enough to be able to get everything. I have music in my ears, so like I keep fucking up. But yeah, like other than that, I don't have a ton I'm doing. I'm actually gonna continue playing Resistance, which is something I didn't talk about earlier. Is I've been playing this game on the Switch called Resistance, which is this. Okay, so it's really, really weird. So this game apparently was in production last year, and it's based in 2024. After a bunch of shit had happened, and it's all kind of like militarized city, and you're running through this comic strip. Like, it's a comic book that you go into each panel, and then something will happen.
Oh.
Then you'll go to this other panel,
So
and
it's
then you'll
like
go
Comic
into
Zone.
that.
What's it called?
Yeah, kinda. It's called Resistance. It's super neat.
Interesting.
Art's super cool. It's either Resistance or, yeah, I think it is Resistance. Let me double check that. Fuck. It's a really cool game. One of the coolest games I've played in a long time. It is Liberated. My fault. Liberated.
Okay, I was gonna say that does not look like the game you just grabbed.
No, yeah, Resistance is a
You're
horror
probably
game if
looking
I
at
remember
Resistance,
correctly.
Yeah.
Fall of Man.
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Liberated is the game title.
Liberated.
There is a Resistance in the game called Liberated. They're actually the Liberated, but it's super cool. Your base, so far what I've gathered is
Oh,
you're the
looks kinda
son.
neat.
It's interesting. You're the son of this really great computer dude who's also a fucking asshole. Like he is just the world's worst father kind of person. And like he's like, I'm not part of this, and a bunch of different stuff, and like it's just this super militarized zone like of this world that's all like apparently cracked down, which is really interesting because of the current state of things.
What is the
it kinda
play
like-
style of this? Because all I'm seeing are pictures of comic books.
It's literally that. Like it's side scroller.
Okay,
It's side-scrolling
so you are
platformer.
moving around a map. Okay.
Yes. It's side scrolling platformer. It's as side scrolly as humanly possible though. For a couple minutes I'll actually hop on and I'll do a little bit of gameplay to show y'all. But I'm gonna be playing that. Super cool game. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's $20, why not? But yeah, that's what I got going on. What about you, Mark?
Nothing too much. You can watch me make mediocre content on YouTube at Twitch at MarkDude701. I might end up streaming some Satisfactory or Skate
You've
or
been streaming it
Half-Life.
on the Discord for a while.
Yeah,
Very enjoyable
I'm still
watching you play that.
still trying to figure it out. Honestly, I don't talk too much, so I don't know how entertaining it would be. But I'll figure it out. We'll get there. But if you want to catch my stuff, it's at YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. How about you, James?
Well, I'm gonna be streaming. I'm off this entire week. I'm on vacation, so I'm gonna be streaming a lot. Of course, I'm gonna be playing some more Bug Fables. I'm gonna be playing and hopefully finishing Doom Eternal. If not, that's gonna take a back burner. Walker? When did you say the EA play is?
Thursday,
Thursday. Fuck.
7
Okay.
p.m. your time.
So I'm gonna be watching that. Gonna be streaming that. Probably also on the same day be playing the new Pokemon Shield expansion.
Oh
That
yeah, I
drops.
forgot that was coming out.
The Isle of Armor. And then on the 19th, gonna be playing that really obscure game that like no one's heard of called The Last of Us 2.
You gonna be
Good old
streaming that?
Friday.
Yeah, I know. Like, what the fuck is that?
Are you gonna
Like,
stream
I
it?
never even heard of that.
Oh, you know it.
Cool. Cause I'm not buying it, so I'm gonna watch you play it.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. So that's gonna be my week, and then of course uploading all the the VODs on YouTube. You can check me stream live at twitch.tv/PeopleAidStudios. You can check out the VODs on youtube.com/PeopleAidStudios. And to find out what I am doing with my life and when I stream, you can go to Twitter at PeopleAHate10.
For myself, as always, Captain Geach 15 on all the streaming platforms. I do need to get back into Final Fantasy VII. Don't exactly know what I'll be doing this week. Probably play Apex, even though I hate that game now because I started sucking at it. But it's what it is. Play that. Maybe Final Fantasy 14. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. And Friday actually starts my vacation. Then I have Friday to next Saturday off. So long stretch. This is gonna be the longest week of my life. Hopefully we get through it. Yeah, I know. So hopefully this week goes by fast, so I can officially start my vacation.
That would be win.
And that's it for myself. And as always, for the podcast, you can find us Level Unlocked Podcast at the Instagram, on the Facebook, levelunlockedpodcast@gmail.com, levelunlockedpodcast@podbean.com. If you want to become one of our amazing, you can sign up at patreon.com/levelunlockedpodcast. And as always, you can find us in the Twitter world at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And then from us and Marshall at the Paw Patrol Central, we
Damn,
thank you for hanging
son,
out.
where'd you find
We will
this?
see you guys bright and early, 10 p.m., 30 Central Time, Eastern Standard, Mountain Central, next week, Sunday. See you guys then. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey.
Peace.
Have a good time, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, guys. Bye.